You could make it. Hey, Ground Fog. I have got one more thing I got to do, which I have not done yet. Got that up there and now running. Yeah, we're going to be talking about thrifting for bow hunting gear today. Good hunting gear, decent hunting gear does not necessarily have to be expensive in order to be effective. I have purchased several bows that were under $100, used, and still made. They were still hunting worthy. One of my favorite ones is my fiberglass longbow. I believe it's a Robin Hood bow, which is this one right here. This one's 55-pound draw. It's kind of hard to see, but it's like right there. It's dual-handed, left or right. Artificial horn nocks. I hunted with this thing for years before I purchased my next bow, because this is nice. Got that one for $15. Now, is everybody going to be able to do deals like that? Probably not. But I pull a 55 normally, so that's what I'm used to. Now, Ian, on the other hand, acquired a couple of them. One of the items I was going to show you I could not find, but this bow here is still hunting worthy, a little on the lower side. This is like 25 pounds, but you can get to use this for small game easily enough. Rabbits, squirrel, pheasants even. Not I wouldn't know about turkey, mind you, but you can use it for smaller game as well. He's got a couple other ones. I can't remember where they're at. I didn't have time to dig them out. But I will be planning on using those kind of bows, along with some other effective gear that I acquired. Someone's over here on my little pile here, which I was putting together right before my live started. Whether it be hunting vests, balaclavas, just that kind of thing. This one here, I picked up secondhand at a Goodwill. And this thing, not only does it keep your hair warm, you can use it for other things, such as a hat, such as, going full on camo ninja. But you can also get arrows, quivers, all that kind of thing at a decent price, but not necessarily junk either. I really, really hope someone comes in because I can start talking about this stuff. But I'm glad you're here, Ground Fog. I really appreciate it. You're generally the first one to pop in. Right now, we're in the middle of the bow season, because bow season started on the 20th of last month, and it was not. That was youth bow season started on the 20th of September, and now we're on the middle of regular bow season. Give me a second here. Yeah, starting October 1st. Deer season started at the October 1st, but you don't necessarily have to go for deer. You can go for rabbits. You can go for squirrel. You can go for turkey. Turkey season's a little different. It is now turkey season. It's from now until the 5th of December. Second archery season for turkey is December 22nd to January 10th. So you could shoot half an hour before sunrise, half an hour before sunset for all deer seasons. Urban hunts, Such cities such as Cedar Rapids, Muscatine, and some even in Des Moines, Iowa, have specific archery seasons, which you can get with certain qualifications, which just means you got to take a test, see a target about this big 10 out of 10 times at 20 yards. That's not that hard to do, just to verify that you can actually hit a target that far. And it gives you a special compensation, sort of like what they do with the moose hunts and stuff like that up in Alaska. You get to certain amount of people can do that. Now, there's other things you can hunt besides that. We got, like I said, you get a rabbit, squirrel, crow if you really want to do that, but I don't see anything that says you can't, as well as raccoons, which I have done before. I don't suggest going after possum or foxes. I think those are fur bearer hunting seasons, so be careful with those. But if you can find them and you can get them, you can hunt pretty much everything from the ones I'm getting ready to list are considered small game. Anything up and including turkey on down is considered small game. Now, would I go after pigeons and crows? Probably not. But if that was acquired, if that's what I needed to do, that's what I would do. And gives you new meaning to saying eating crow. Now, I really hope that somebody is out there listening besides Ground Fog, because I'm not showing anybody at this particular point in time. Just me in here, apparently. So hopefully we get somebody in. Now, you can wear this with a hunting vest like I do, or you can wear an orange hat, which I have those too. I prefer to wear the full vest. Doesn't matter what season you are in. For safety reasons in Iowa, it's kind of required. Now, for rabbit season and squirrel season, you don't necessarily need the full get up, but I'm not carrying around a rabbit or squirrel in my hand, so hence the vest. It's got the little carry pouch. So, and I paid probably like a couple bucks for that at a Goodwill, and it's just like they find them in season, just go or grab them. Aftermarket sales sometimes have them. Definitely flea markets have them. Just got to know what you're looking for. Now, some of the things that we acquired, secondhand stuff. If you give me a second here, are old school arrows, such as comes in boxes like these. And right now I have these kind of taped up and stuff, but you can find. I mean, yes, they need to be a little bit repaired, but decently sized arrows. Just got to switch out the tips, or you can use these right here for small game. Now, do I have heavier duty tips and stuff? Yes, I do. I just don't use them all the time. Now, if I had to, I would go with something a little bit more sturdier than these because I prefer more wooden arrows myself. But tips can be used. I've got broadheads, field points, blunts, you name it. Depending on the season, depending on the game that I'm going for. I really, really hope someone pops in here besides me. Now, I do have heavy-duty arrows for hunting deer. Now, these were not thrifted. These were not purchased. These were won. I won these in a gift, the shabs anyway. And only thing I acquired was the tips. And those, while they work, they don't work for my heavier bows. I can only use these. These are carbons. They can only be used on a 55-pound bow or less. Now, arrows like this, while not cedar, are great for small game. Now, this one here is feather fletched, as you can see. It's one of my preferences. but you don't necessarily have to stick with just, you can go with aluminum if you want to with a small blunt. Now you can just use vanes like this one happens to be needs to be repaired. It's a simple repair. Now I have some older style with some Zwicky broadheads. Now these right here are great for everything, up including a deer. But I would use them for like turkey. I would use them for in deer. I wouldn't pretty much maybe coyote if I really was going to go after coyote, but I'm not sure that would be something most people would want to go with. As you can see, I got several of those. Now I do have some other blunts that I like to use from time to time, such as these blunts right here. These are called hexagonal. I actually found those secondhand somewhere. I can't remember where. And as you can see, some of these were new. These tips are secondhand. These are not, I never bought these new. These came from a secondhand store. And arrows came from a flea market. It just needs a little TLC, and this thing is ready to rock. Now, one of these arrows, as you can see, is not. This is for bow fishing. That's a whole different ball game, which I have down here, but that's something else, completely different. Now, you can hunt with field points. It's just, I would suggest you go with something a little bit more ready to go. Now, like these arrows right here came with these style points. These are considered bullet points. They're not the best tips, but they do work. Now, would I use those for hunting, say, squirrel? No, but they would work in a pinch. Otherwise, this could happen. This is a cedar arrow. This is what happens to cedar when you miss your shots, especially when you're going after squirrels. Now, for those people who just think, oh, any arrow will do, this is one of those cheapy little kids' target bows. Now, this would take down a small game. Not much, but some. It's just one of those things. Now, like I said, this is my preference. This is a medieval style broadhead. Now, those are my deer points. Like I said, you can use them for turkey. You can use them for coyotes and things like that. And rabbits. I would not really want to do it with a rabbit, but it can happen. Now, here's another style secondhand broadhead. This one here is a plastic one. This one here, I'm not sure what the type is. I'm not familiar with it. It's an old school one. The barrel is plastic with a bleeder, metal bleeder, and that is razor sharp. Set this down over here. Get another broken one. I said, the judo points work amazing. The rubber blunts work amazing for small game, and as well as the hex blunts. Now, you can, in a pinch, swap these out for for field points, or shoot these without the points, obviously, and put in a washer or something right here in the back when you screw these in, and these would work just fine for small game. This is where little versatility comes in for different arrow types. Now, you could just go with one of these kind of field points. Make sure it's not blunted or anything like too much, but it's still working. Yes, you can see it. Yes, it does need to be refletched. Now, these are just some of the. Now, this is one of the other ones I found. As you can see, it didn't have a tip, but I could swap it out for one of the field points or one of the broadheads that I do have. Now, secondhand arrows do need a little TLC but that's not necessarily a bad thing. You can also get shooting gloves, arm guards, um, even scents and stuff like that to cover up your scent and everything. I do have hunting pants and jackets and stuff. I got my 2 hunting jackets over here, which I got from Goodwill, as well as a couple other things over there as well that I will be showing off shortly. I'm just waiting for some more people to show up. I know I shared this out. I'm not sure what's going on. Let me do some more sharing here. We'll see what's going on. I'm not sure what's going on. Looks like we got one person in here. Thank you all, whoever it is here. Just put a 1 in the chat if you're here, or a dot or something. We're going to be talking about thrifted items for bow hunting. I have traded bows and stuff like that multiple times. Now, what I'm going to show you is going to seem a little weird, but don't discount them. These pink arrows, yes, they're blunts, can be used for small game. They're perfectly functional. They do shoot quite well. Just give me a second here. I've got a bunch of packing tape on there because I taped them up for the move. And I haven't had a chance to take all the tape off yet. But I am working on it. I got some more arrows here. I want to show you that while thrifted, are perfectly fine secondhand, and they will do the job. All you have to do is make them work. Do you need to practice with your bows? Yes, you do. There is no magic bullet for practice. There is, but I will say this. You don't need amazing aim. You need good technique. Technique will outweigh a good eye most times, because if you follow the techniques, even arrows like this with a little bit of trimming or glue will work just fine for small game. Yes, these are pink arrows, folks. Don't discount pink. They make you easier to find when you're hunting. Now, one of the arrows I have here is a total aluminum one. As you can see, does need a new knock, but that's easy fix. Now, will this still take down a rabbit, squirrel? Yes, it will. All it needs is a little TLC, new knock, some fletching, which is easy enough to get. I actually have some over here, but I'm not going to bring those out at this time. But I will bring out my secondary arrows, which I have here. Please forgive me here. Like I said, I prepped these for travel. Oh, no. These are the ones I used for cosplay back in April or May, somewhere in there. But one's hex blunt, as you can see, and the rest are all field points, which I'll probably do that again because I'm going out next weekend. I'm going to have to get everything ready anyway, which I'll probably do tomorrow. I'm going to get my gear together. For those people who have been paying attention, not all my arrows are the same. There's a few that are better than others, as you can see, but they're still just set up for field points. But there's others that I have up for blunts, as you can see, but they still have the bullet points. Hey, CR. As CR probably knows, you can find good bow hunting gear in the most unique of places. Now, I prefer my arrows new, but my wood arrows anyway. But I've got some that are thrifted. A lot of them are thrifted from either secondhand stores, good flea markets, and things like that. And I have a lot that I need to go through still. And then Ian's got his batch as well. Now, most of my gear is under $100, with a few exceptions. My quiver, I had to buy new, but the only problem is I'm left-handed. I had to switch it from a right-handed one to a left-handed one. A lot of my gear I have to modify. Now, my wife's quiver, which is what I've been pulling a lot of these arrows out of, which I end up using more often than she does, which is this one. I got out of Ren Fair. It wasn't exactly new, wasn't exactly old. It's in really, not perfect shape, but it looks really cool. It's even got a little griffin on it. I think I got some stuff in here. Give me a second. Nope, just tape. But it's got a hard bottom. Now, do I know what I got in my quiver? Probably not. Except for some paracord. Oh, this is a survival shoestring. And I have some bowstringers and things like that. Shooting glove is right there. I'm just not going to pull everything out right now. Yes, you are. Now, these are part of the shoestrings I won at the gathering a couple years ago. They kind of fell apart, as you can see. But I'm keeping them because they still have the ferro rod on one end. Now, can I use these for starting fires? Just this side, but still. I throw that in my quiver. I'm good to go. Now, even my bow fishing stuff, which I have down here, is secondhand. I picked it up from Facebook Marketplace. There's many places you can get your gear from. It doesn't necessarily have to be brand new. Now, should you keep some survival gear probably in your quiver? Probably. I usually keep it on me rather than everything like that. I do carry a backpack with me when I go out as well. That's a whole different ballgame. But not everybody can shoot with a backpack on. I practice doing that. Now, earlier you didn't see this, but this is one of the bows that Ian found last year or earlier this year. I can't remember which. This is a 35-pound, I believe. No, 25-pound at 26 inches. But Ian's draw is a 28. So it's about a 30-pound bow, which is great for small game like rabbits and squirrels, like I was saying earlier. This one here is a right-handed bow. It's not what you call mint condition. Needs a little TLC, but with this shoot, yes. All it needs is a bowstring. Now, this bow, I do have a bowstring for it somewhere. I just misplaced it. Or I can make another one, is my 55-pound fiberglass longbow. And as you can see, it's got an artificial horn nocks. This thing here is hefty, and it is a 55-pound draw. This has been my hunting bow for many a year before I got my first regular bow. Now, is it perfect? No. Does it work? Oh, yeah. This thing will probably outlast me. And in a pinch, if you need to hit somebody with it, it's pretty solid. Now, I am going to be purchasing some more bows that are from the same company as that one. It's just down the line I'll be getting those for my range. No, you wouldn't. No man bows to me. I will say that. Or woman, for that matter. Or kid. Now, cat, maybe, if I have treats. Now, there is some things that I acquired by accident. Like with my hunting vest, which I acquired from a Goodwill. You can see I got this in here. That did not come from Goodwill. This is a mossy oak. This one here I acquired at a secondhand store as well. But what I found, let me go get it, which is kind of cool. Give me a second. My knees aren't working really good today. I got a couple of things, actually. Well, one of the things, simple shooting gloves. Now, some people prefer triggers. Some people just use them in your fingers. I like shooting gloves for safety reasons. This one here is a little mesh thing to cover up camouflage. That way you don't have to paint up. That way you can put it on backwards. You can still see out of it. This was in the pocket of one of the hunting vests that I acquired. That's true. Well, that would technically, if you need Ian's crossbow, which I have no idea where he put it. Now, I do have another thing that's just simple little balaclava, like I was saying. This is basically like this, but this is warmer. This is more for warmer weather. But you can use them in conjunction with each other if you want to keep the mosquitoes off your face, that kind of thing. But the thing is, it still allows you to see through it. I know as you can see me through it. It breaks up your outline. But like I said, I'm more of a fan of the shooting glove over the triggers. But if that's what you use, that's what you use. Now, I'm more of a fan of compounds over recurves. That's perfectly fine. You use what you got. I myself will not do that because that's not what I'm comfortable with. Now, this one here is not my size generally, but will it work in a pinch? Yes. Mine is over in my backpack along with my arm guard. I'm not pulling those out right now. They're kind of buried. But these are not, some of them are, my stuff is name brand, some of it isn't, such as, the mossy oak and stuff like that. It's just, the fact is, you can get thrifted items for fairly cheap. I've gotten several shooting gloves at Collectomania because they were going for like $1 a piece. Now, Macus, what are you doing, bud? Now, I have gotten several jackets from Goodwill that people just donate, and people don't realize what they have. And they can both keep you warm as well as do the job for hunting as well. This one here, you can see, is a, which one is this one? This is a mossy oak. Didn't cost me anything, not much of anything. Is it in great condition? No. But will it work and do the job? Yes, it will. I got something in my pocket. Oh. I did not know that was even in there. Little stylus pen. This belonged to somebody. I don't know who it belongs to, but not me. Jenny or something. I have no idea. Looks like it exploded. Did it hurt my jacket? Probably not. It was in my pocket. But it's got multiple pockets. I usually keep my shooting gloves in there. I've got mittens that I like to carry with me. Now, are they in here? Probably. I don't know. Probably. And I got those secondhand, but I'm not sure exactly where I put them at the moment. But they're basically mittens, fingerless gloves. They just go over the tips. Hey, Matt, how you doing, brother? Links at the top of the chat if you want to come on up. Now, thrifted items are not necessarily bad items. I mean, because someone got rid of them, it could be multiple reasons. Whether they hurt their shoulder or they got too old, they can't pull it back anymore, injury, whatever. Instead of going to, or they pass away and their loved ones do not know what to do with it. You can look at in the most interesting places and still find shootable, worthy gear to take down game. You don't need top of the line, brand new to be functional. I have used, like I said, that $15 fiberglass bow for over 15 years before I upgraded. Why? Because I didn't need anything else. Now, will I use that now? If I had to, yes, because it still shoots. I just got to throw a bowstring on there and I'm good to go. I can make those. Now, do I use those now? No. What I use is my takedown recurve, takedown longbow, my red longbow, and my regular recurve. I think I got a regular recurve in there somewhere. But the arrows don't necessarily have to be top of the line. Old school works, folks. And more often than not, you're going to find those secondhand. Exactly, CR. Just because it's old does not mean it doesn't work. Now, would I inspect the arrows heavily for some damage? Yes. Would I repair what I could? Oh, yes, definitely, because you have to do that before any hunt. Make sure your gear is serviceable, but doesn't necessarily have to be top of the line. You don't need a $700 bow in order to get things, going. My longbow, my 74-pound longbow was not brand new. I got it secondhand, and it cost me only $300, but it was less than brand new. Hey, Howie, how you doing, brother? I don't know if you hunt Howie or not. If you do, let me know. I know Matt does. I don't know if CR does because he never mentioned it. And I'm not sure if Ground Fog mentioned that he hunts her either. So, but secondhand gear is not necessarily bad gear. A lot of people get hand-me-down gear, through their families and that kind of thing, which doesn't make it any less than huntable, usable. No, it doesn't. I've got quite a few bows that are over 20 years old, and they still shoot. Now, my arrows, some of them are quite old, some of them are quite new, just because that's the way I choose to do. Now, can I make arrows? Yes, I can. But I can repair arrows just as good. Now, you do have to adjust your bows and your arrows to the season that whatever your attempted hunt. Myself, I like going after small game because it reproduces faster than deer do. And also, I am limited on refrigerator space because I've only got the one refrigerator, one freezer. I don't have a deep freeze in the basement. Do I have a space for it in there? Yes. I just don't have one right now. And you don't need top of the line gear to be successful in a hunt. All you need is practice and careful aim. And with the proper technique, you can take down small game, regular game, big game even, with proper practice and technique. And as long as you maintain your equipment, maintain your skill set, and use your head. Brand new gear is not necessary. Exactly, CR. Now, did you need camouflage or anything like that back in Fred Bear's day? No. He actually hunted in bright red plaid, a plaid overshirt, and that was pretty much it for him in a left-handed 45-pound bow. He's taken down buffalo. He's taken down everything under the sun. And he did it with a very low poundage bow, but he had proper skills, proper technique, and he maintained his equipment. Now, do I have some of Fred Bear's bows? I have one. Do we have more than one Fred Bear bow in his house? Yes, we do. Ian's got one that he got from a friend, and I got another one I found in the trash. And it's a 20-pounder, left-handed recurve, Fred Bear recurve, and from 1954. And would that take down small game? Yes, it would. It doesn't take much. It just takes practice and technique. Now, I know Matt's hunted with bows. I know that Howie's. Now, I'm not sure what you used, Howie, when you hunted, because I forgot to ask. Is if the gear that you used, was it brand new or was it secondhand? Because a lot of people do get their gear secondhand, like from hand-me-downs. Secondhand gear means secondhand. Doesn't matter if you get it from your dad, your grandpa, your uncle, whatever, but or your aunt, uncle, or your cousins, whatever it is, you get your gear from. If it's secondhand to you, it's new to you, and it's still decent gear to use. Now, I have paid it forward with some gear to a friend of mine, Jarrett. He pops in from time to time. He's actually at the Renaissance Fair in Iowa, in Amana right now. So I'd have to talk to him more later this weekend when I go see him. Now, I got to figure out some more stuff here, because I've got a cosplay thing I'm thinking about right now for this weekend. Because I don't look like the same person like I did back in earlier this year when I went to another fair. I'm a lot skinnier, by about 30 pounds. And I'm still losing. I'm under 230 now. And I feel weird. That's for sure. Now, Ian has hunted in secondhand boots. I don't recommend it, but that's what he uses. Green Arrow, more Robin Hood this time rather than Green Arrow. So no trick arrows. I'm going to use an alternating technique of field points and blunts. Maybe I throw in a rubber blunt just because I want to. But no field points or anything like that. I might keep one broadhead on me just because I want to. But no fiberglass or anything like that. But I will look like Green Arrow. But I'm a lot skinnier than I was last time I wore this outfit. So this is going to be interesting to see how that works. I weighed myself earlier. I'm under 230. So that makes sense, Howie. Doesn't matter how you bring them in, as long as it works. Now, do you use a firearm? Do you use a bow? Use a crossbow? I'm not sure what the rules are where you're at, so I can't. I don't know what questions to ask because I'm not in from Canada or your area of Canada at least. I'm not or CR's area. Now, Matt's down in Texas. They have not so big as deer as we do up here, but they have deer. They also have hogs, but I'm not. I've talked to him about me going hog hunting down there. I would love to do that with my 74-pound longbow, but that's down the line when I have more cash to make myself available, go down that way. But I wouldn't consider hogs a small game. That'd be more in a big game type situation because I'm not going after the big hogzilla thing. I'm going after the smaller ones. The 30-pounders are less. They're more edible. But rabbits, squirrels, turkey, pheasant. I don't know about quail. They're a little bit small for me. I don't have any jackrabbits in here in Iowa that I can hunt, so that's out. Unlike you other folks who may have them in your area. No, I would love to go jackrabbit hunting at least once. But my gear, like I said, all my gear with the exception of a few minor things, the replacement parts were less than $100 for everything. So whether you're using camouflage pants from the military surplus, which Ian uses a lot of because that's what he uses. Me, I mean, he bought, this is one of my hunting hats that I wear. He got this. This was brand new, but from Goodwill. If you use a thunder stick, that's perfectly fine. If you use an atlatl, nothing wrong with that either. Though I know some people who do use atlatls. I am not one of them because I have a problem with throwing overhand because it's easier for me to go this way than this way. Matter of the years shooting. And atlatls are really, really cheap to make, really interesting, and can be quite powerful if the technique is good. If anybody who's watched either Dude You're Screwed or any Dual Survival where you see Matt Graham hunting with one of those, he is no joke when it comes to using those. Now, can he use a regular bow? Yes. Would he need to? No. But secondhand gear, hand-me-down gear, thrifted gear, flea market gear, any of that is still freaking usable. You just got to get in the mindset with the right practice, maintenance. You are able to take down small game to put food in your freezer. All you need to do is practice. I mean, a few of the arrowheads I showed off earlier were secondhand. Did I find them at a yard's flea market? Yes, I did. Do they still work? Oh, better believe it, they do. Exactly, CR. Now, do you know how to use an atlatl? I know how myself, but is my technique good enough do I feel comfortable using them to go hunting with? No. Like I said, I have trouble throwing overhand because I kept on when I throw sidearm. Now, shooting with a simple, field point is the easiest one to do for taking down rabbits, squirrels, and things like that. You don't need to use a point or a hex blunt or even a rubber blunt at all times. Or you could also, there's a technique that you can do. Let me see here if I can find one. I don't usually do this. So I don't usually use carbon or aluminums. but I think all my carbons are broadheads at the moment. They're ready for hunting deer. These were free. I didn't have to pay for these. But those right there, this is one of the only thing I purchased. There's what I usually shoot for flesh. I won the shabs, so that's broken. I can't do anything with that. Now, these are secondhand tips, as I was saying. Are these antiques? Oh, you better believe it. Are they sharpened within an inch of their life? Yes, they are. But these are new old stock from an old archery shop that doesn't exist anymore. But I would definitely be using those. Now, oh yeah, this one here's a. Now, I'm not going to pull out my whole archery box, which I have in my office, but I can put any tip I want on there. If I wanted to make this into a blunt and still use a field point, I would put on a field tip with a washer right here, and that'd still take down small game fairly easily. Now, or I could put it in one of those other heads on there. Yes, it's missing partial flashings. Will it still shoot? Yes, it will. And this right here, secondhand, didn't cost me a cent because I got it with something else. It was like a free add-on. Now, this one here is another. This is a cheapy Walmart carbon, but this one here is missing the tip, which I can't. I could probably put a rubber blunt on there, and that would be just fine. Hey, Sydney Bennett, how you doing? Glad you can make it. Well, I'm from Iowa, and as most people know, it's in the middle of Iowa bow season. You can hunt rabbits, squirrels, pheasants, turkey, deer. All that stuff is open right now. Now, like I said, expensive gear is not necessary when it comes to taking down game. You could, with proper technique, proper maintenance, and practice, you can take down most game with I wouldn't call it substandard, inexpensive gear. Like I said, one of the best bows I shot with for years, doesn't look like much, is this bow right here. Now, this bow probably weighs back 2-3 pounds. It's just a solid fiberglass bow. It's a 55-pound draw long bow. I'm left-handed, so it was great. Got it for $15. Now, I had to put a string on it, which I still got to do another one again because I wore it out. But shoots perfectly fine. I could probably bury that, come back 10 years, dig it up, still shootable. Just put a new string on it. Secondhand gear doesn't, like I said, does not necessarily have to break the bank. Now, can you have all the bells and whistles on it? Sure. Do you need it? Not necessarily. It depends on what you shoot. I shoot a style called barebow. I don't use sights. And I could shoot and hit animals on the run, just like anybody else can with a rifle. I just see my target, lead it, and go. Now, give me a second here. Like it's showing off, because this at 28 inches, which is my draw, and my boy's is probably like 29. This little 25-pound bow, as you can see, it says 25, will take down small game easy. And I think he paid $6 for this. Now, he has other ones that are better than this. I just didn't want to dig out his bows at the moment. He was supposed to put them up on his wall, hadn't done it yet. Now, not all my bows are brand new. Some of them are. Well, I bought them new. I've got my Samick Sage, my Deer Hunter, and my SAS Survival Atmos Survival Longbow. But the rest of them, all secondhand. And like I said, all it takes is proper technique, proper practice, and maintenance on your gear. Because good gear does not go out of style. New technology always comes up. Yes, they may be faster, they may be smaller, they may be whatever. But a good bow is a good bow, no matter how old it is. And it doesn't necessarily have to cost you an arm and a leg to get it. Myself, I got the equipment except for the shafts, mind you, to make a couple dozen arrows right now, which I plan on doing once I get the money for the shafts. I've got the Fletcher in there to set everything up and just crank out a dozen arrows, which will be four-fletched, not in the parabolic style, but more of the shield shape. But these were new old stock. There was 11 of them in a box. I got them cheaper because they weren't all there. And they're perfectly fine arrows. As you can see, yes, they are a little rough looking, but do they still shoot? You better believe it. Now, as I was showing off earlier, yes, this one's pink. This is a 26-inch Walmart special. Will this take down a squirrel? Yes. Will this take down a rabbit? Yes, not as easily, but can. It's just basically a blunt anyway. It's just a matter of technique and everything else. Now, this one here would probably go up to, let's see here. It doesn't say. It's a carbon, so I'm not sure. Probably about 25, 30 pound bow. Now, this one's a similar one. Still fiberglass. I think this one's fiberglass. Yeah, this one. Oh, this one's gone. So that one's going to have to go bye-bye. But like I said, taking care of your equipment is a big thing. Now, are they all going to be like this? No. But this I got for free while shooting at the Iowa Deer Classic. I shoot four-fletch, like I said. And this was free. Didn't cost me much of anything, except for the tips. That was weird. I didn't do anything. It just popped off. I'm here. No, trying to figure out what your question is. Bows, older than steel or iron what? You need to clarify that question, CR. And Cindy, if you got any questions, please feel free to ask me. I've been an archery instructor for over 20 years. I've bow hunted for most of them, with exception of the last 2 years after having a knee injury, which I'm getting back into it. The only kind of the only kind of hunting I haven't done is bow fishing, and I've got the gear for that. I just haven't had a chance to do it yet. No, I don't think so. Well, they might be. Probably about 10,000 years or so for bows. And you can make a bow fairly easily out of some cheap wood and everything else. Would it last you forever? No. Would it work for a while in a pinch? Definitely. Is it as good as a hand-carved bow that's been properly seasoned? And treated, probably not, but it will still work. There's a gentleman on Instagram and TikTok that made a bow he dried it over the stave over a fire to dry it out, and made a fairly serviceable bow for in less than a week. But normally staves, old school long bows take about a year before they dry out, 2 years to fully dry out the staves before you can carve them. But it depends. But bow hunting is my favorite way of taking down game. Do I hunt with other weapons? Yes, I do, because the situations, demand it. Well, you can still use crossbows, Sydney. Composite materials have been around for a long time, CR. So yeah, possibly. Because the risers are usually hardwoods over, I mean, unless you're using a flat bow or something like that. I mean, do I have an old school U recurve that's deer sinew backed? Yes, I do. I just don't feel like bringing it out right now. And that one didn't cost me anything except a little bit of time hauling the wood. And a friend of mine made it for me as a gift. Now, do I differentiate between compounds, recurves, longbows, and self bows? No. And crossbows. All those it's archery. And if you use what you use what you're comfortable with. And it doesn't matter how old it is, as long as you maintain it, or in some cases, restore it. Because if you have an old school crossbow that needs a new string, make sure you maintain the wood and the prod and the string, replace the string, whatever you need to do to maintain it or get it back into function. Just take care of it. Maintenance is everything. So do I. I watch a lot of historical reenactments because that's what I do that as well. Now, brand new equipment is, like I said, not necessarily everything you need to do. I mean, like I said, a lot of my gear is secondhand. Like one of my jackets. I got two jackets here. That one over there is a mossy oak. I'm not sure if this one is as well. This might be a real tree. I have to double check. No, this one's a Cabela's. But I got them secondhand. I like using them for wet weather gear too, if I have to. But like this doesn't cost an arm and a leg. Just find them at secondhand stores. Make sure they fit. Make sure you have everything you need to, to use them to make them work. Like I said, my boy uses secondhand military gear when he goes. He wears camouflage pants, camouflage shirt, camouflage hat, which he wears every day anyway. I mean, I wear this. The only thing I change out is I wear a yellow vest, orange vest over my gear. Like I said before, even Fred Bear did not have all these bells and whistles. He used a 45-pound recurve to take down pretty much any game he wanted. And it necessarily wasn't a brand new bow. It was a bow he made. And I'm not sure where that bow went to, but I have one of his 20-pounders in my equipment in there. I just don't have it out right now. But brand new gear is not necessarily needed for taking down game. You just need something that'll put food on the table and will be reliable to you as long as you maintain it. Now, a fiberglass bow will last you decades, if not longer, if maintained properly. Now, some of the wooden bows might deteriorate over a year, whether they develop a twist in the limbs, they crack, they do happen to do that. But with proper maintenance and care, Most bows will last you decades. Now, arrows, on the other hand, you got to be careful because I'm using this one as an example because it looks perfectly functional with the exception of this spot right here. Because as you can see, this is completely broken. Now, I got to be careful because I don't want to get fiberglass spinners in my hand. This one here hit something really freaking hard. It flattened the tip. I think it was shot at a squirrel or a rabbit or something, and it hit a tree and flattened, or a rock. That one's going to be destroyed because I can't fix that. I might strip it for parts, but that's about it. Now, does anybody else have any suggestions, any ideas, any stories, anything you want to relate that of any secondhand, whether it's from flea markets, secondhand stores such as Goodwill, any other stores like we have here in Des Moines, like Collectomania or Brass Armadillo. The Picker Nose was another one I found gear at. It's just a matter of yard sales, garage sales, Facebook Marketplace. Those are all secondhand places. You don't need a brand. I mean, I could go right now and find me a decent bow, secondhand from Facebook Marketplace that I could hunt with. Now, I'm left-handed. Would that be my first choice? Probably not, because I'm left-handed and left-handed gear is hard for me to find. But can I use a right-handed bow if I need to? Yes, I do. I just did a quick search and I just found a Hound recurve crossbow kit for $100 in Ankeny. It's a 175-pound recurve crossbow, brand new, $100. Still in the box, in the plastic. Not brand new, but still cheaper than you could get brand new. So could I, CR. I could run a whole book on finds, but this is what I just literally found on Facebook Marketplace. This right here is a 175-pound crossbow. If for those, so like for you, Sydney, be perfect. $100. Now, if I had 100, I do have $100, but I'm not buying a crossbow. But that right there is what I'm talking about. You just a matter of where to. Yeah, that's probably true. I'm not okay. I know you're in Tennessee, Sydney, but don't discount Craigslist, secondhand stores, yard sales, OfferUp, anything like that. Look for those places. Look at yard sales, garage sales, estate sales is another one. Just because it's old does not mean it's not usable. Now, give me a second here. I'm going to see if I can find one of my older bows that you would understand that you can take out and hunt game with. No, I'm going in here. I'm perfectly fine for now, love. What can I find here? Okay. This is one of the bows that I got left over from my range before it was stolen. And as you can see, it is a 30-pound bow. And it's a Ben Pearson jet bow, dual-handed, either hand. Now, could I take down a little? It's a little, string's a little short. Got to fix that a little bit. And it does need some maintenance. But just a little bit of maintenance, this will take down small game. Hey, Jason, how you doing, brother? Now, just right here, a little under 30 with the way it's strung right now. It could be, it's a little high. I usually go about that high. It's just a little bit, that's about right. It's in the range. But about right there. So that's about right. So this is about a 30-pound bow. This will take down squirrels, rabbits, smaller game, depending on what you're taking. Now, please be careful, love. You can move my bag out of the way if you need to.
That's all right, I got it.
Did you need me to get you something?
I just wanted to see.
Okay. For those people, say hi to my wife, Jenny. Now, you can't tell, but she is really, really good with a crossbow. And by the way, love, what? I found a crossbow you could use. It's a 175-pound draw recurve crossbow for $100. Nice. It is not wood though; it's modern, brand new in the box. Over in where's it at? In Ankeny. Take a look at this.
Yeah, that's nice.
Because I know how good you are with these things.
Uh-huh.
I'm faster with it, but she's more accurate with it. I'm just stronger. That's all. I can cock it faster. CR says hi, love. Hi, CR. Oh, Max says hi too, CR. Now, like I said, bows don't necessarily have to be brand new or name brand or anything like that. As long as they shoot straight, they're not twisted. You maintain the string. You maintain maintenance, general, practical maintenance. Any bow will be useful to do big game, small game, game in general, for protection, for that matter. Because no one's want to get shot. I can tell you that. Now, will even these take down game? Yes. Some of the other ones I have here. Let's see if I can find that other one here. These would definitely take down game, as you already know. But let's see here. This is another one like that one over there, but missing the fletching. That will take down rabbit easy. Hey, Took, how you doing, brother? Took, you're welcomed in here. You're a moderator, dude. I mean, just to let you know, this point right here was not bought brand new. This was secondhand. Now, I bought the arrows new, but the tips are secondhand. That's why I have so many different kinds. I've got hex blunts. I've got rubber blunts. I've got judo points. But you can make your own. You can do other things with these fairly easily enough. The hex blunts ones are really good for small game. I personally like these because I like the way these really hit. It doesn't take much. Now, do I have rubber blunt in here somewhere? Somewhere. Oh, there it is. I've got a couple of these, actually. These are really good for go with most arrows. As you can see, it's just a field point underneath there. It just pops on. That easy. Good for small game. Now, can you take down rabbits with this just as is? Yes. Does this work better? Most likely. And like I was saying earlier, all my tips are not brand new. These two here, that's plastic. The barrel's plastic, but the blades aren't. This one here is a Zwicky, but it has the bleeder, as you can see. Also secondhand. I got them all in the same batch. Here's another one of those, as you can see. Yes, that's why it's a little oxidized. Little heat, little hot water, take care of that. Actually, a little blowtorch. You couldn't even tell. But like I said, I like using different tips and stuff like that, depending on the case. Like I said, there's another one of those. It's totally secondhand. That's actually the arrow it came on. These two here came with these on arrows, secondhand, out of the batch of arrows that I got. All I have to do, that one right there is perfectly fine. This one here needs another fletching, which I have. Just need to straighten that out and add this other fletching to it. But look at that. Perfectly normal. Cost me next to nothing. Now, I'm not sure how many people shoot with bows as much as I do. But like I said, you don't need to be paying through the nose for good gear. Good gear will come in multiple ways, whether it's secondhand, whether it's hand-me-downs, whether it's you inherited the dang thing, which technically might be considered hand-me-down. But whether you find it at a yard sale or a secondhand shop, or even a used section of an archery shop, as long as it works for you and it does what you want it to do, and you respect it because you got to take care of it, it will do the job you need it to do. Whether it's taking down big game, small game, or just having fun flinging arrows. It's up to you. Hey, Molly. Jenny says hi. Mac is in the background doing something. But brand new gear is not necessarily what you need in order to do hunting. Like Fred Bear said, you don't need $1,000 worth of camo to take down game. He did it in a plaid red jacket, and his hat that he normally wore. Me, I got this. I got this secondhand. Do I shoot with this? You better believe it. The reason yes, it is for shotguns and rifles and stuff, but I use it for archery because I can put small game in the back. Do I have a carrier for if I want to do it old school ways? Yes, I do. But I don't like doing it because it just throws me off my balance. But something like that, throw whatever I get down in there, I'm still good to go. Now, if anybody has any questions for me about any of the gear, where to find gear, how to maintain gear, how to refurbish gear, I can tell you how to do that. Like I said, you don't need to spend an arm and a leg to get good gear. I just showed a $100, 175-pound recurve crossbow, brand new in the box, $100. If you have it, snatch it up. Could I snatch it up? Yes, I could. Do I want to? Probably not. Exactly. And that's what plaid does. It breaks up your camo, your outline. Now, like I was showing earlier, this was in one of the hunting vests that we got. This was in the pocket. This right here, I'm going to put it on backwards because I want to. I don't have to, but I'm just going to do it this way because I can do it this way. I could shoot just like this. And I got this for free. I don't need, face paint or anything like that. As you can see, it works fine. It covers up my outline. My glasses still reflect, but ha 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 ha. Love you too, brother. But as you can see, you don't need a lot of high-end expensive gear to do the work you need to do. Whether it's going rabbit hunting, squirrel hunting, deer hunting, it's all about maintaining your gear. Oh, yeah. I actually have fun doing that because it really freaks people out when you do that. Now, I use feather fletching over veins, and it looks a little bit more challenging, but it can still be done. But I don't like doing it for too long because my strings get soaked. My best shot right now that I have done at a distance, wasn't in the rain, mind you, was at 60 yards. Mind you, this is traditional bows only. I don't have any compounds. I did a 60-yard bullseye in 120-degree heat. But I generally shoot about between 20 and 30 standard. I can go up to 40, but I don't like to because I figured if you need to stock your game is a lot more important than making sure you have a good practical shot more than it does having $1,000 worth of gear and gadgets. Hey, Ozarks, how you doing? Glad you can make it. Now, like I said, a lot of my gear is not 100% brand new. Do I have some that were? Yes. The reason I have to buy brand new gear is because I'm left-handed, and standard left-handed gear is not easy to find. Now, do I have some? Yes. Is it easy to find? Oh, hell no. One of the items I have is not technically hunting, it's more fishing. Give me a second here. Is this right here? This is a left-handed bow fishing reel. I got it secondhand from Facebook Marketplace for $30 with the arrow that matches, and it came with all this, just as you can see it here. Now, is this something I would be able to normally afford? No, because normally they were like $129 for the left-handed ones and $99 for the right-handed ones. Because I'm left-handed, dominant, I could shoot right-handed, but I don't. Only when I'm teaching or demos purposes, which is great for some of the dual-handed bows that I have, which is great for especially when you're shooting around trees. Yeah, you got to. My gear is a little bit more expensive than the average, so I got to find secondhand options whenever I can. Now, Ozarks, I'm not sure what kind of bows you may have, if you have any. Crossbow, longbow, takedown, recurve, compound crossbow, recurve crossbow, doesn't matter. If that's what you use, that's what you use. Long as you're legal and you maintain it, it does not necessarily need to cost you $1,000, but it still works. Sydney, before you hurt your shoulder, what did you use, if I may ask? No, I know what Pest Hunter Outdoors uses, Jason, because I've seen him use it. I don't know what CR uses or how he uses, but if you can use any bows, if you use like I said, if you use longbows, recurves, takedown of each model, crossbows, compounds of either recurve or crossbow. Doesn't matter. Just as long as you're comfortable with it. It doesn't necessarily have to be brand new, but hey, you never know. See, you got it secondhand. Nothing wrong with that. A lot of friends of mine have gotten bows out of the closets of their relatives that just sat there. Better to be used than, and taken care of than sitting and deteriorating in a closet somewhere. I bet it did. And I'm sorry about your shoulder. I understand what it's like not being able to shoot. Is there any particular kind you're looking for, Took? Because I know archery gear and I'm really good at finding it. I just need to know left or right-handed, what draw weight, what draw length. And you're looking for compound, recurve, longbow, takedown longbow, takedown recurve. Because I can find you a brand new one for under $100 right now if you need a recurve. Takedown model, because I know where the Deer Seeker ones are on Amazon, I believe. They're running for about $90 right now, shipping included. Hey, fair is better than bad. And it's always a lot of fun to shoot. That's one thing I like about archery. Whether you're hunting or not, it's fun. I plan to. I went out earlier this year, but I haven't done any bow hunting yet. I went squirrel hunting with my boy. But I do plan on going out rabbit hunting after the first snow. I have to wait for the first snow first before I go out and do some rabbit hunting. I can figure out your draw length pretty easy. Also, you might want to check to see what dominant eye you are, because that can change everything. Jenny is left-handed like me, but she's right eye dominant, so she has to shoot right-handed. Oh, please forgive me.
Only took you about 25 minutes.
I was on a rant. You know that.
It's still funny.
You can still show your face there, Jason.
Yeah, I'm here.
You're not that ugly.
No, I'm in my dingy office here.
Hey, I got an office too, but I'm working on it. No, Jason's got a couple good bows. He's got one right over his left shoulder there. Yep. Now,
And the other one's in the
can he
case.
take down everything he needs to take down with it? Yes, he can.
Oh, yeah.
It's just a matter of practice.
Plus more.
And you also have your compound bow and that kind of thing. You think you're left eye dominant, which means I can shoot left and right-handed. Only problem I have right now, which makes it harder for me shoot right-handed, is that I'm not sure if you guys can tell, but I've got a cataract in my right eye. I have not gotten bad enough where I have to get that fixed. But good thing I'm left eye dominant. So
How to tell you are which eye is dominant? Hold your hand way out, create a circle, focus
I
on
like the diamond method better.
close each eye, find
I
out
like
which eye
I
goes
like
through
the
the
diamond method like this better.
Yeah.
Pick a point in the distance and just close one eye or the other, whichever one moves. That's not your dominant eye. That's the quickest, easiest method. But I can shoot really well left or right-handed. Jason, you see me shoot left and right-handed, haven't you?
Yeah.
I'm not as good as some people normally right-handed, but I'm still pretty good. Now, I just literally just found a crossbow for $100, $100, 174-pound draw, brand new in the box. Now, am I planning on buying it? No. Could I? Yeah, sure. But I don't have a use for one, to be honest, unless I hurt my shoulder or something. But right now, that's a good crossbow for hunting.
Hey, Took, just practice. It'll come natural.
Yes, I do.
I have
I
to
do shoot instinctively. I
No.
don't shoot with sights.
When he uses his pistol to practice sucks. It's just practice, practice, practice.
No, he's left eye dominant. He can't, and he's right-handed.
Same here.
Jenny is right eye dominant and left-handed. The reverse. My uncle, right eye dominant and right-handed until he got blinded in his right eye.
Yeah.
He had to switch hands.
Yeah, but you should be using both hands on the pistol no matter what.
He actually used to have this one pistol. I'm sure you would probably go green with Emmy for, because I've not seen one before or since. It was a 7-shot 22 revolver, left-handed.
I've seen them.
Left-handed?
Well, yeah, you can change the grips.
No, this one here was manufactured left. I have no idea where it went to after he died because I wanted it, but I always wanted it because it was like a left-handed revolver. You don't see those because the cylinder came off the other side, opposite side.
Okay, I got a couple of questions to ask Took. What kind of pistol are you shooting?
Well, he wants to go bows, so we're going to be sticking to that topic if that's okay.
Even if you're out there bow hunting, you should always carry a sidearm with you just in case.
For protection at the very least. And also, if you're taking down deer, you want to make sure you humanely dispatch them if you have to.
Well, not only that, there's other predators out there that are,
two-legged and four-legged.
Yes.
Poachers are real, folks. Please don't do that. If I see somebody poach, I will turn you in. I don't care who you are. You could be my best friend, but if you poach, I will not abide by that. I've always shot instinctive. Though I have tried shooting gap. An archery coach, when I was at the Iowa Games, was trying to explain it to me. I tried it in practice. He said if I had more time and I was younger, I would have been amazing at it. But I was about 20 years older than his prize student who was going to the Olympics. So, oh yeah, long as you have a fishing pole or going hunting or anything like that, you can carry your firearm.
Let me find out here. Hold on.
I know that's the law in Florida. I've been watching a lot of people who challenge that by carrying fishing poles and going fishing with ARs. And cops pull them over all the time.
Okay. So that is pretty close to... I actually have the BB form of this actual pistol.
The one he's got?
Yes.
I'm not okay, I know what SNL means, Smith & Wesson.
Yes.
I don't know what an SD9 is. It's a 9mm, I'm assuming.
Yeah.
But I don't know what SD means.
Okay.
Except for South Dakota and Scott. That's a whole different ballgame. Not necessarily here, Magnus. We actually have a crossover in seasons here in Iowa, which I want to get a black powder, carry a black powder rifle with me. Because 1 week between bow season and black powder season, they cross over. So if I have my tags for bow, and I have my tags for black powder, I'd be perfectly legal for both. And the DNR cannot say anything because I'm within season. And I have the licenses to prove it. Okay, that one I don't know. I understand the Ruger part, but not the SP-101. Can I get a translation, Jason?
Say again?
Ruger SP-101. I need a translation. I don't know what that is.
Hold on a minute. I'm actually over on. I'm not familiar with that one. I'm actually trying to find the one from Took first, and give me a few moments. And
Oh, okay. The double action revolver.
okay,
It's a it comes with either a 5-shot, 6-shot, or 8-shot. That's interesting. It does not say, what does it use? What's the round? I don't know. I have no idea. That's out of my area of expertise. Oh, I bet. I'm left-handed, so my gear is a little different than most. Okay. Thank you, Ozark. I really appreciate it. I don't have any small firearms. I've got one shotgun, one rifle at this time. And my shotgun is unique, to say the least. Not as unique as all the stuff that he carries with his air rifles and such. You have a much wider selection than I do.
I do.
But I have more of a wider selection of bows than you do.
Oh! I just got sidetracked. Stand by.
You always get sidetracked.
How much do they want for this?
The 5-shot with a crimson laser. Okay.
No. Oh, they just talked about it. It's not for sale. Dark on it. Oh, I saw it. I seen the S&W 70.
You mentioned that before, Took, I believe, about they're loosening up the regs on hogs in Florida. No, do you have to get it tagged before you take it home by the DNR or anything like that? If you shoot a hog, same question goes for you, Jason.
What was that?
If you happen to run across a hog while you're hunting, as I know they're open season there, do you need to have it tagged to take it home?
Okay. If you are in a public land, you are hunting deer, you still have to have a tag, okay?
For the deer, I understand. What about
Here you have to have a tag.
I understand that.
You have to have your hunting license. Now,
you have your hunting license, you have your deer tag, but you come across a hog, which is
the
open
hog is
season.
going down first just to get rid of it.
Right. But
Okay.
you need to get it tagged before you take it home.
No,
Okay.
not here in
That
the
answers
state of
my
Texas.
question.
Now, if you are hunting on private land with the owner's permission, you do not need a hunting license to shoot a pig.
Okay. Good to know. I do know there's when it comes to Texas, private land we're talking about 1,000 acres or more.
No, 10 acres.
Well, I mean, most people on average have more than 10 acres in Texas. When
I can get away with it better because I'm not using a firearm.
Neither would I.
You actually need 10 acres.
I know that's what you want.
No, that's all you need for.
Oh no, I understand the minimum.
Yeah.
But I was talking about on average, the people you allow people on their private land to hunt usually have more than 10.
I gotta block myself out here for a moment. Oh, where did I leave that?
Now I know down in Missouri and stuff like that, the hogs are a little bit more of an issue than they are here in Iowa.
I'm looking for
But I would not go after hogs with my bow because more than likely they would not go down, even with my best bow. No matter how good a shot I did, I'd probably be getting nervous and fudge my shot by just a little bit, and then all I do is piss them off. Okay, good to know, Ozark. Thank you for letting me know. I want to see that video. Could you make sure you send me the link to that one, Ozark? I would love to see that. Because I've got one of my boys that he's got. It's only a 25-pounder, but 30-pounder in his hands because of his draw length. Might be a little bit better than that. But it needs refinished and everything else stripped and revarnished and all that stuff. But it's still in really good, it's still straight. It still shoots really well. It's just that some of the varnish is coming off it here and there. Little sanding, little revarnishing. It'd be perfect. Most of my bows are like the older fiberglass, solid fiberglass bows. Like, give me a second here. People who have not seen one of these in a long time. Let me bring myself bigger here. This one right here.
Oh, 40 XP.
This one here probably weighs about 2 pounds, maybe 3. It's a solid fiberglass 55-pound draw bow. Now, would I hunt hogs with this? Probably not. It's too light for that. But this one here cost me $15. And I believe this one is not a Robin Hood, but a Sherwood bow, I think. It's not a Ben Pearson, but as you can see, it's got artificial horn nocks on both ends. And other than a slight chip accident, which doesn't interfere with the shot, it's a left and right-handed bow. No issues of shooting, straight as an arrow. And I would hunt with that. I've hunted with that one for years.
Alrighty, so that is the newer
So
model.
pythons are off limits right now. Okay. Though I did hear about there's one lady who goes around and captures them anyway by hand. And she's 5 foot nothing, and she just reaches over there, grabs them, and carries them off. Okay, thanks for letting me know, CR.
Alrighty, let me get.
So what are you looking up, Jason?
For Took, so he can practice
With his bow or with his firearm?
with his firearm. So,
Well, I was trying to keep it on topic. If we could, please.
yeah.
But if you want to talk to him afterwards, no problem. I'll leave the green room open and have him come up. He can talk with you guys directly. I'm okay with that. Because you have good information.
Oh, we can't share stuff, can we?
Yeah, you can. I actually paid for my subscription
Oh, okay.
just today. I told you I was going to do that.
Oh.
I paid for my subscription, so we're good to go. All right, this one's cheaper than StreamYard, so
Yes. All right, I got the shared screen for Took, so he can actually get that one.
oh, I'm sure it would. I've got plenty of bows about that weight or higher. Ozark, please forgive me. I forget your first name. I know it, but I can't remember it at the top of my head. My lowest poundage bow is 55 pounds. My highest poundage bow I have that I shoot with is 100, but that's for demo purposes only. My heavy duty hunting bow is 74, longbow. And I carry a 55-pound Atmos Survival longbow with me wherever I go when I travel, because it packs down that big. That's the most expensive bow I paid full price for. And I lusted after that one for years. My wife will agree, attest to that. I just had to get a really good refund check one year, and she said I could get it. So that's the only reason I got that one. It's not the most expensive bow I have. That would be, if I brand new, my longbow would have been $700, but I got it secondhand for $3. So I got a deal on that. But that's technically secondhand, still as a used bow, which is, you don't have to buy brand new to get in order to go on do any hunting or anything. I have traded bows multiple times to people who need it. I'm willing to help people who need it. And Ozark, like I said, I'm still looking forward to seeing your video about you refinishing that recurve. Did you make it or someone else make it? What brand is it? So I've got some custom ones. I've got a custom 65-pound U recurve. That's just amazing. I've been doing that already, so let me double check notifications for you. Make sure I have them, Ozark. So bear with me here. Yep, you're good. Let me do this here, Ozark. I haven't done this in a while. I should have done this a while back. And I'm going to do this one just because I'm just curious to see what he would do with this. But Magnus, try saying something, please. You're going for the air rifle versions, huh?
Well, he's looking for something to practice with, and he can practice that inside the garage or in a hallway.
All you need is not even 10 yards to practice your bow.
Yeah, that too.
And you could shoot in the same places you were talking about. Just set up the proper backdrops. It doesn't take much space.
But he said he was having troubles using it. So
I think it's because he's got the dominant eye thing. It's really throwing him off.
And that will help with that.
You could use. There is another method you could try. You could do. I'm not sure if anybody's ever seen the movie Firebirds with
Nicolas Cage.
Nicolas Cage. He had the same issue. They put a woman's panties over his dominant eye, and made him drive a car with a periscope. There you go. You guys are now moderators.
Yeah, what's nice is that one there is not that expensive. This one left in stock.
Well, you and Magnus are, I'm Colin, as it says right here. Jason, you already know.
I'm Jason, yeah.
I have a Black Widow longbow. And I have a Howitt Damon Hunter, which I've had, oh my God, since I was in the service. Be well, Sydney. Take it easy, brother. Nice meeting you. I did follow you, by the way, just to let you know.
Oh, Sydney. Oh, if you have a bird problem for invasive birds species, come talk to me.
He's not called Pest Hunter for no reason. You and SD Mountain Man that's your guys' professions.
Oh, yeah.
Though he is looking to upgrade his profession to a different level in a different position in the same company.
Yep.
Fixing and maintaining appliances, which is what he went to school for. but you'd have less hours, make more money, and be home more on the weekends.
Yes, Sydney, I am live tomorrow at 8 p.m. Oh,
Yep.
here. Hold on. Let me put
Let me put your link in there.
better yet. You can paste and copy.
Let me try this.
Oh, Sydney's doesn't have armor.
Nope, Sydney doesn't. But I got your link out there. All you do is click on it.
Thank you.
Yep. And he talks about air rifles. He talks about gardening. Oh, ask him about his dry rub. I'm still doing it again because I ran out.
I know. I still need to make some.
I will probably bug you about it a lot.
It's about 3 hours to make a batch.
Oh, I understand that.
Yeah.
And I'm probably going to need a double batch because it's going to hard for me to get it from you in the first place because you run out because you use it yourself. And unless you start marketing it where I can buy it at the store, you know?
No, because I got to deal with the USDA and all that. I'm not going to do it.
Farmer's market then. One of those roadside stands like the Amish do.
I still think you need one.
I don't know. I've not heard anybody has to do that. But if anybody needs help finding gear, archery wise, let me know. Secondhand gear, I'm really good at finding secondhand anything. That's not a brag. That's an honest, thing. My boy's second to me, and he's really good too. He found 2 bows within 2 hours. One was a 55-pound draw bow and a bow fishing crossbow for both under $30. Jason's seen them. It's real. I don't know how he found it, but he did. And I think he got his bow for $20.
Refresh there, Ozark.
It happens more often than you think.
Pay no minds to the commercials.
Well, I actually hope they do because that's where I get paid. Not much, mind you, but I still get paid for it. Now,
I even see ours behind.
yep. Jason, you prefer carbons, right?
The cart, yeah, I do.
Okay. Now,
Yeah, wood will not hold up to to my compound bow.
I have trouble with the carbons I have can't hold up to my 75-pound longbow. And I can't find, well, it would be technically 250 grain arrows because those are rarer than hen's teeth. They're about 80, 90-pound arrows.
Yeah, then I also have to find the ones that are long enough too. That's the problem.
You got a 33, 34-inch draw?
32 minimum.
I've got arrows that you could shoot, but they're rated for your compound.
Yeah, yeah.
What's your pound? You're like 70 for your compound?
76.
76? Okay. You're a couple pounds heavier than my longbow.
Yeah.
But I have to, I can't use carbons. They're too light. You know? Because I call them soda straws for a reason. Now, can my shoot them? Yes. They don't fly as well as a heavier, stiffer arrow, which is why I like the older style, even though this one's a little ragged, like this one right here. But look at the bleeder on that one. This was from that box of.
That's your perfect one for deer.
Oh yeah,
Not for
I've got
hogs.
plenty of deer arrows.
Not for hogs.
Not for hogs, no. No, can I convert one? Yeah, I got something I can convert to one of those. and it wouldn't take very little maintenance to do so. You know what this is, Jason?
It looks like a fish arrow.
It is a fish arrow. With the right, even with the tip as it is, put the right tip on this thing because those are easy to replace. Not worry about this part here. This is a solid fiberglass rod coming out of your bow, my bow, doesn't matter, would imbue enough force to do some serious damage on a hog. Now, would I be going after the big hogzillas? No. As everybody knows, the smaller hogs are tastier and more tender. And they taste better with your dry rub.
Especially from a smoker.
Exactly. Good. Exactly, Ozark. Woodsman. I really, understand that perfectly.
No, they are hollow on the inside.
They're just like the aluminum ones. I don't like aluminums at all because it doesn't take much to bend them. So I've maybe got one aluminum one, but that's because it came in a batch, and I can't really say much about that.
It'd be nice if they were solid, though.
Well, that would be awesome if they were solid, but
No, I mean for the carbon.
oh yeah. See, this one here is aluminum.
Mine are in the case.
You can see it right there. Now, this is oh my God, I'm not even sure what the spine on this one is. Probably about 45-pound spine, give or take. It's pretty stiff, but not. This thing gets bent, it's toast. That's why I like shooting cedar over anything else, because these are more resilient when it comes to missed shots.
You know what,
But
Chuck?
also-
I'm not sure. You have to ask Colan on that one.
Which one?
Could carbon fiber arrows be made heavier then?
You can. They do make inserts to most carbon and aluminum arrows to make them heavier. Do I know much more about that than I know they exist? That's pretty much all I know. Since I don't normally shoot carbon, the only reason I have carbons is because I won them. I thought they were going to work with my 55-pound draw bow, and they don't. They're too light because they're 400 arrows, and my bow is a 55, and it just a little bit too light. If they have the right spine, yeah. To get the proper spine for like my 74-pound longbow, it would have to be like a 250 grain. You can do both aluminum and carbons in that weight, but give me a proper spined cedar or wood arrow, Douglas fir maybe, or even a Sitka. Yeah, I could do any of those, and I'd still be happy with those. Yep, I 100% agree with you, Woodsman. 100% agree. And they are easily to repair, too. Well, you would probably have to dress it on the spot anyway there, Took. Because you don't want to try to carry out a whole hog. Who's here? Oh, that's you. Okay.
Yeah, that's my next arrow slinger I want to get.
That's the air rifle version, right?
Yeah, the air bow, yeah.
Okay. I'm sorry for the obstacle course, love.
No, I was just trying to get my glasses.
Well, you could have said something. I could have brought them to you.
Yeah, it's 169 foot-pounds of energy. That's. Oh, by the way, they have the max velocity. They got that turned down.
How much is it?
Was it $399? $99 right now on sale.
Well, I'm going to show you something.
You still need an air compressor to pump it up though, but you can do it with a hand pump.
Well, that's all pretty and everything, but I still like this one. me a second. Where's it at? What did I do? Let me see where I did. What I do with it? Ah! I'm not sure why it's not. Oh, there it is. Ah! This one.
That's basically what I got.
174 pounds. $100. Brand new in the box. That's a good deal.
You can probably find a better deal on Amazon
Not really.
or Temu.
Oh, I know. I would not use it. Do Temu.
You know what? Just out of curiosity, I'm going to do it. I don't think it's on there, but I'll look.
Yeah, but you can do it in inserts into most carbon shafts or aluminum shafts to give them extra weight. But I like the stiffness of the heavier arrows that I use because I love my bows. They fly so much better. But I also do something most people don't.
Oh my goodness!
What?
They do have arrow slingers on VVAR.
Really?
Yes.
Let me see here. What did I do with it? I have one more in here somewhere. Yeah, here it is. This is what I do though. I shoot 4 fletch. And yes, people say, oh, it's going to slow your arrows down. I'm already shooting a 74-pound longbow. So 4 fletch would only help me with accuracy. But these things are so freaking small at 400 grain. These things are next to nothing weight-wise. The only thing I think is really funny about these, I think I talked to Jason about this multiple times, and that is these things come with a warning label, which I think is really funny.
Oh yeah, everything comes with a warning label.
But does it come with a website? This one comes with a website.
Yeah.
But this, like I said, this one here is a 400 grain arrow, which is still too light for what I shoot. Everything I shoot is too light, except for the cedar. I plan on getting some super heavy duty shabs from Three Rivers Archery and making me some proper ones for my longbow. 4-fletched, of course, because that's what I like to shoot. But I'm going to use them, make some blunts, make some practice shot field points, and some broadheads for that. Now,
It's not a bad kit.
be well, CR. Thank you for coming. Now, you can get footed shabs for the wood arrows and stuff like that, which will increase the weight of your shabs to a point. But that's a balancing act. Hey, Big Mike, how you doing, brother?
Mike, how you doing?
He's been suffering from nosebleeds.
Mm.
And he was the fastest and rich and poor man in the same minute today. You want to know why?
Why?
He just sold off like 180 acres of 160 acres of his farmland, and it made him for like 15 seconds a multimillionaire. Then he had to spend all of it to pay off a whole bunch of debt.
Oh.
Oh, that's cool. If you're doing a video about that, I would love to see that. Ian's picked up some old school metal files for that. The thing I have trouble finding is proper flint. People say chert works. I do have chert. If you find a decent piece, that's one thing, but you don't always find a decent piece, as Jason already knows.
Mm-hmm.
I actually did find a decent piece. This one right here. And Ian, this is supposed to be flint, but it doesn't work too well. But this here works really well. Ian went out into our driveway and found a piece of freaking granite. And he said, "Dad, this works." I go, "Yeah, granite will work, but it's freaking heavy and you can't compact it." Sorry, 130. I'm sorry I got the amount wrong, Jason. His evil stepmother fought the will because she thought she was getting gypped.
Well, you can't use these because they are all right-handed.
Well, I can shoot right-handed, but I just don't. I prefer to shoot left-handed.
Yeah, Vivor recurve bow and arrow kit, 60-inch wooden takedown bow,
How much?
105,
That's not bad.
50 pounds. You can do 70, 30, 50, 45, and 35.
I'm just trying to see if they actually do have a Vivor left-handed bow. Just saying.
Yeah, they got case, arrows, string, guards, the whole works. But like I said, it's wood. It's a wood takedown. So it's got a laminated wood for the arms.
Now you got me wanting to look. That's not fair, Jason.
They even have targets, by the way.
Well, I'll get that information from you later. Because the best targets I've found are like 293 each. But I can't afford it. That'd be like $1,000 pretty much.
Oh, this
With
one's a
shipping.
20-inch target.
Oh, I need 36-inch.
Yeah.
Yeah, they don't have any left-handed bows at all.
No.
Which is one of the reasons why I'm protesting a lot of people who say, "Oh, we handle bows, but you haven't handled it for all people or just right-handers."
Yeah, 20 inches is pretty small.
But that also 20 inches is it's about probably like that big.
Yeah, it's a rope target.
Oh, I don't like those rope targets. Those things,
And it's,
they're cheap imitations of the old Saunders archery mats.
yeah, it's better
And
than
they're
not.
not. Ever since Saunders went out of business making those, I don't know if Saunders themselves was out of business, but they stopped making them archery mats. Things went downhill when it comes to targets.
Let's see. V4 archery target, 7-layer.
Left-handed equipment there took. That's what they don't do.
It's a traditional solid straw round archery target, shooting bow, handmade with the convicts of China. A colored rope target to backyard hunting outdoors shooting practice.
English flint woodsman. That is freaking cool.
So,
I'm supposed to be talking to a guy at a flea market next month He was supposed to bring me a 5-gallon bucket of flint. Yes, you heard me right. A 5-gallon bucket of flint for free. Because I talked to him at the Iowa State Fair this year, and I'm gonna take anywhere I can get it.
Well, that's funny.
Well, if you got, well, chert is one thing we have here in Iowa, a lot of, but flint is not found here naturally. But finding flint anywhere, proper, good stuff is hard. Decent pieces. I used to have a really big piece, then I started breaking it up and putting it in kits and giving them away. I should have kept my big piece all in one piece because it was like this big, about that thick, and it was easy to hold on to. But I couldn't put it in anything because it was too big. Yeah, they don't have anything left-handed on V-War. Nothing. Bow-wise, anyway.
Yeah. But I just figured, I'll just look. You know what? They got it.
Every bow I've seen or takedown recurves are the same thing, just all right-handed. And the accessories, I guess.
Yeah, I think V-War's just a couple of steps above Timu.
And they're a couple steps above AliExpress.
Yes. It's still funny that I just typed it in there and there it was.
Now, they also have compounds that go up to 30-inch draws, which would not work for you, obviously. But they can be set up to 70-pound draw length, draw weight, but only right-handed.
Yeah, I know.
And you know how I feel about when they say, oh, we got gear, but not for everybody. Now, if I just took a left-handed wood, now let's see here. The Black Hunter takedown recurves are not bad. I found one in left and right-handed, but unfortunately it came to me right-handed. And Jason already knows the story on this one. I ordered one. It came to me. I found out it was right-handed. I was going to send it back. Ian takes one look at it, holds on to it, says mine, and walks off with it.
Right, Judge made burn ban this morning, honey.
What?
Burn ban in effect.
Yeah, I told you it should be.
Yeah, I know.
But for those people, just to let you know, while the Black Hunter is a decent bow, I would not get it for survival or anything like that, even though it is a bow, because you can't add accessories to it. You can't add a sight. You cannot add a arrow rest. You cannot add a bow fishing reel if you wanted to do that. They are 85 pounds. I've got a Deer Seeker one that's a little bit better that I paid next to nothing for, but it has all those options. And that one's a little bit better for $83.90. If anybody's interested. It's under $100, shipping and everything. And they go from 25 pounds all the way up to 60 pounds, left or right-handed. So, and it comes with string, bowstringer, arrow rest, stick-on arrow rest, finger tab, and plastic shooting guard, arm guard. So if anybody's interested, I'll be sharing that real quick. And I'll put the link on the screen if anybody's interested in that as well, because I'm a firm believer in making sure everybody has the ability to shoot if they need to, that kind of thing. Yeah, church everywhere, but I think there's some in Flint's in some parts of Illinois. I think it's down in Texas. I think.
Not where I'm at.
Let me see here. It's in the Midwest and Southeast, like Ohio, Kentucky, Missouri, Tennessee, and Texas. Specific historical and geological hotspots include Flint Ridge in Ohio and the Alabades Flint quarries in Texas. So you now know, Jason.
Yeah, but it's not where I'm at.
But I told you, you have it there.
Yeah, what part of Texas? It'd be like 800 miles away.
But you know they exist.
Yeah.
If you had a choice between not knowing and knowing, I'd rather know. Even if it is like a
And guess what?
1,400-mile round trip.
And guess
that
what?
thing will keep you fire. It'll give you, weapons. It can give you a lot of different things just from that material.
And guess what? Knowing is half the battle.
The more you know. We know that one from the old G.I. Joe. But that link right there I just put in there is a really good link. I kind of need to trim it down quite a bit.
Well, my old work got just absolutely demolished from the storms yesterday.
What got demolished in the storms?
The ones out of Tempe, Arizona.
What did?
A downburst over 70 miles an hour.
What got demolished?
Parts of the city.
Oh, okay.
Trees down.
I was trying for you to clarify. I didn't hear that. I don't have my hearing aids in.
Roofs ripped off. Buildings crushed.
Was like a derecho?
No, downburst.
Ooh. Well, just to let you know, that bow I posted goes anything from 25 pounds all the way up to 60, left or right-handed. So, and it's $83.93, I think. You can't really beat the price, and it allows for accessories. I've got one here. If you want to see it, let me know. I'll show you because I bought one. It is very in the. It's literally modeled after the Samick Sage, which is like I consider the flagship of the takedown bows in style. My love, I apologize for the obstacle course.
You already said that.
It doesn't stop me from saying it over and over again. And I love you very, very much. Give me a second, folks. I will show you what I'm talking about.
Kiwanis Park.
Mind you guys, I did get this one in the left-handed model for a reason,
For the boat ramp.
obviously.
Yeah, it looks like that downburst happened right by my old park.
I
It's good to eat.
This is the bow. But this is the bow. For $83.93, it comes with a string, an arrow rest, which I don't use. I shoot off the shelf. And it's one of the best parts is it's got these. You don't need tools. It is. Give me a second. Let me
Is that a wood limb or is that a metal limb?
It's a laminate.
Okay, wood.
Yep. Fiberglass and wood. But that's what it's called. It's like I said, it's in the same style as the Semic Sage. Is it exact? No. But it has a pistol grip riser. It breaks down to about 23 inches long, but it does have the circuits for you can add on a bow fishing reel if you need to, arrow rest, sights. But the fact is that you can take them off. Just like that. And it's really, really nice. Now, my Samick Sage is what this was designed after. And I've had that one for over 20 years. But for less than $100, that's a good deal. And like I said, it's nothing fancy about it. Is it high end? No. It does have its, idiosyncrasies. I think that's the word. I cannot use this with my bow fishing reel because this part here, right here, ends up hitting these little metal. This is metal right here, and the bow fishing reel, when I try to attach it, it hits it like that. It just tags this little metal thing here and it gets in the way. I have a different bow that I have to use this on. Now, do I have a bow fishing reel and seat? Yes, I do. That's a different one. It's in there. But as you can see, this one's 62 inch at 55 pounds. It's not a very. This is a substantial riser. It's pretty, and for a price point, you can't really beat it. Right, Jason?
Yep.
Yeah, I try to using. I don't use felt. I actually use the part of Velcro, the loop part of Velcro, with a hook and loop, because one, it's like really, really cheap to use. Can you use other things like that? Yes, but a good thing, a little thing of Velcro with adhesive that's self-adhesive, easiest way to go. Now you can use bare fur. You can buy an actual big, heavy-duty one, or just glue on a piece of leather, or you can do what I do, just shoot off the shelf. But it's up to you. It's your choice. But like I said, this thing does everything my Samick does. This is a lot cheaper than my Samick was, but it looks exactly like my Samick, except this one's red and my other one's brown. But this one here would be like, it's my backup bow. Now, I was planning on using this one with my other bow fishing reel and leaving this one as my bow fishing setup. And for $83.93, can't really beat the price. Hey, Sheriff, how you doing? Long time no see.
How you doing?
He's been here before. I just haven't seen him in a while. In other words, Roscoe. If his name's Roscoe, that'd be even better. You know anything good about the actor who played Roscoe, Jason?
Yeah, I was military.
Did you know he was one hell of a guitar player?
That I did not know.
Yep. He was on the Andy Griffith Show, if you didn't know. Now, if anybody has any questions about the bows, the arrows, where to find those kind of things for cheaper than definitely cheaper than MSRP, as they like to say nowadays, let me know. I can help you find some decent bows at a decent price, and it doesn't cost you an arm and a leg. And I'm fairly decent at thrifting. And the only one who's ever beaten me bow-wise is Ian. But coming up in the next few months, I'll be flush with bows again for my range that I'm rebuilding, because I just bought $180 worth of bows, which is about bows. All of the fiberglass quality for my range, mostly for the little kids, mid-range. Need to still get some smaller bows and some higher range bows up to 45, 50 pounds. But I plan on having a full-size tournament archery range back again. The most expensive part's going to be the frickin' trailer. It's going to suck trying to replace that. Ow, 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 ow. Hey, Jason?
Yes,
I was making sure you're still here.
I'm still here. I was looking over some messages that were being sent to me from Arizona.
Is it all at the weather?
Oh yeah.
Did any of you people you know get affected?
Some yes.
Seriously?
Not bad. I mean, they got to clean up some trees and stuff, but
Small debris, nothing, no
Yeah.
roofs.
not like some of the other people had the roofs ripped off,
Okay.
trees falling on cars.
Arizona has trees? I'm sorry, I can say that. I lived in Phoenix. I understand.
South Florida, how you doing?
Hey, South. I thought you were in
Our old apartment complex.
Doug is here, folks.
Yep.
I thought you moved. He mentioned it. I think he mentioned it the last time I seen him. He had a different name, and he said he moved. Didn't he?
Unknown.
I thought he said he moved to South Carolina or something. Better late than never. Give me a second here. The gentleman who played Boss Hogg was actually skinny the entire run of the show. All that blubber you saw, all padding. North Carolina, sorry. You need to change your name, brother. And you didn't say you were moving. You're getting closer to me, but you're not quite there yet. You got to move more northwest than you would have been here. I didn't know that John Schneider had his own YouTube channel. I do know he's been doing a lot of appearances and stuff about General Lee and things like that. And I think Tom Wopat has done some stuff. I don't know about Catherine Bach or the gentleman who played Cooter. I can't remember his name. Not off the top of my head, anyway. It'll come to me when I'm not thinking about it. Let me see here. Can you? Yep, he said his name didn't change. Weird. I can't change it for you, dude. So it's now North Carolina. I've been from coast to coast, folks. The only few places I have been is the extreme northeast and extreme northwest. Which I haven't been to. I think I've been through Indiana, but I have not been to Pennsylvania, New York, Kentucky, Vermont, New Hampshire, and Maine, and Massachusetts. And I've been to New Jersey, though. So I can count that one as one place I've been to, which is really weird. Of all the places I had to go to, I ended up in New Jersey. Doug, are you planning on doing any hunting where you're at now, or what is the reason for the move? Because you didn't specify. I didn't even know you moved until you said something. But you're not the only one that's been moving recently. Cornfed recently moved into a new place. And if anybody did see the video I shared out, he caught some slabs of some crappie.
Yes, he did. Looked like he limited out too.
Him and his brother. That's who the other gentleman was.
Oh, okay.
He usually goes with his brother. But those things were some freakingly big crappie.
Yeah, they were.
Now, how tasty were they? I don't know yet. But if Rob is cooking them, they're probably amazing.
Oh, yeah.
He's a chef. They're going to be amazing. I've tried some of his cooking. It's really good. But he's also tried some of yours.
Yes.
I think he had some of that you made at the gathering. For those
He
people who
hasn't
don't
asked me for any.
Huh?
He hasn't asked me for any.
No, but he has. Remember when we were at the gathering, you were cooking all the quail?
Oh, yeah, that quail was good.
Exactly. You used your seasoning and everything else. It was your expertise that cooked it. And we had plenty to share out.
You can do the same thing with a Cornish game hen, too. It'd probably be just as good.
Okay. Are you doing any thing hunting archery wise up where you're at there in North Carolina now?
I'll be back
Or
shortly.
is that not an option for you? So I don't know where in North Carolina you are, because North Carolina is a big place. You don't have to worry about gators as much. Notice I said as much. Doesn't mean they can't be there. They're just not as bad as Georgia and South Carolina or Mississippi. But I never made, it was one thing. I've been through all those southern states except Florida, which is really weird. So I went to South Carolina for a graduation ceremony. You like the East Coast, though, don't you, brother? Woo! I'm sorry. I've been to coast, and I've not been a fan of the big oceans, Atlantic or Pacific. Not really a big fan of the Gulf of Mexico either. I don't like big open water. It's just me. Give me some hard, firm ground underneath my feet. I'm happy. Now, I'm going to let you guys know I'm winding down, even with my coffee and everything. Unless Jason has anything he can, impart and help with on the main topic, I'm going to be running out of here soon. I'm tired. So, Jason, anything? Nope. He's got his thing down. He's behind the scenes. He's doing something. I'm going to thank everybody who's coming in today. Woodsman, Doug, Took, Sydney, who was here earlier. Sheriff, thank you for coming. I really appreciate it. Who else is near? Oh, yeah. Ground Fog, who was there. CR, who had to, Howie, who was popped in and out there for a little bit. Because, I mean, right now I'm running a little bit tired. Oh, you went to stay up near your son. I can make sense. My dad went there.
The basement?
If I check the basement. Oh, my God. I apologize, Big Matt.
No, I said I
down
just
there
got
for
back
like
in
a
the
half
bathroom
hour.
and getting coffee, and there he was.
I didn't see you because you were buried.
I was sitting
That's
there
on
saying
me.
hello
That
in
is
the private
physically
chat.
on me. I'm my stupidity, brother.
Hey, Matt, he didn't see me down there for over 25 minutes.
I know.
So-
I went in as soon as you
I
came
need
up.
to make. Okay, is there a way to make notifications on there that people know you're there?
It's supposed there. If you click the little gear down at the bottom, it'll give them. You can set an alert.
Yeah.
Okay, I'm already hard of hearing. I don't have my hearing aids in, so that might be part of it. Let me see what I can do. Give me a second. Where's my?
I just walked in and I see it in the private chat. There's a big old giant yellow button. It says, "Here I am."
Okay, my apologies, brother.
I was thinking you were just fucking ignoring me.
No,
Wasn't saying anything in the chat anymore.
I can't ignore you. You're too big for that. Remember, I popped in on your channel the other day.
I know. That's why I was replaying a favor. That was last night.
No,
Yeah.
no, I was asleep last night when you went up.
I know you have a bow yourself. What kind of bow do you use?
Which one?
Any of them? Because I know I use different bows for different things.
I'm
Preferred.
just using my longbow.
Yeah. Would you like to see my longbow?
I seen it. The one
Which
you
one?
Were the one you were playing with that you can put your bow fishing stuff on. I've been in here since you started. I even
No,
said hello.
that's not
earlier.
my
The only
longbow.
person
That's
that
my
said
recurve.
anything
That's one of
to
my
me was
recurves.
CR.
That's one of my recurves, not my longbow.
One boat, you see them all.
Yes,
I'm
I
talking
wanna
about
see
my
it
Black
again.
Widow.
Yeah, there's
Texans
other
down
things
under
that
wants
she's
to see
using
your
them all
boats.
too.
Say what?
Texans down under wants to see your boats.
Okay, give me a second.
He ain't tired no more, is he?
Nope.
I don't
Give me a moment.
see Texas down under in the chat.
Oh man, my
She's
knees are
sitting
killing me.
right there.
Oh,
And she's in the chat. She's doing something for me. So
I sometimes just sit in the background.
said, "How you doing?"
Doing good. How are you?
I'm doing okay.
Good.
hey, Jason, while he's away from the computer, I can tell you. I can tell everybody, but I've made the name for our gathering.
Ooh,
And you told me.
The Camp Meetup.
the camp meetup. Okay.
Okay.
Yeah, he's
That's
just
so original.
yeah.
Yeah, I know it's not original, but it makes sense, man. Everybody's coming is either going to be staying at a hotel or camping.
He's just as creative as I am.
This is my Black Widow.
Yeah, that's the one that I want.
Left-handed?
No, not left-handed.
I've got a left-hander.
I
Ambidextrous.
know, but I want one of the Black Widows.
I got lucky on this one. I know the guy whose shop I bought it off of because he got it secondhand. And the guy couldn't pull it anymore, and I grabbed it and I just started shooting it. And I loved it. I bought it off of him for $300. And I like the fact it fits my hand really, really well. As you can
Oh,
see.
I will not be up on your live on next Tuesday.
Okay. You're going to be out of town?
I'll be out of town.
That makes sense.
Ooh.
And this is the name of my bow. Autumn Gray. Which really makes sense because my birthday is the first day of autumn.
Mm.
In other words, for those people who are Lord of the Rings fans, Frodo's birthday and Bilbo's birthday. Yes, the 22nd of September. Yes, I am a hobbit.
They were hatched.
Yeah, that explains why you're short.
I'm average height. You're
Yeah.
above average height.
Hobbit.
For a hobbit.
Yeah, for a hobbit.
No, I mean, I do got big feet.
Hobbits got big feet too.
I don't have hairy feet, though.
Well, that's because you shaved it off.
Nope, never have. I
Yes,
wear
he's going to
boots.
walk on snow with his big feet.
Yes, you were here there, Big Mike. Thank you, Woodsman. This is my Black Widow longbow. There's the symbol for it right there. I got lucky when I found it. I do have a felt shelf on it. I have always shot instinctive. I tried using sights, but I have a astigmatism in my left eye, which really throws everything off.
Mm-hmm.
But if I just watch something, I can hit it every time. So I can shoot rabbits on the run, that kind of thing. So this is this is the one I like hunting deer with. And this is the hardest one to find arrows I can shoot with too, because it's the heaviest bow I got next to my other longbow, which is a 100-pound longbow. But the thing is, it's not really big. It's like a short longbow, but it's probably about 5.5
For a
feet.
short person.
But it's a 100-pound draw.
Mm-hmm.
That's great for hunting small. When you're in brush and stuff, it's great for that. But
100 pounds, you can take down a deer.
yep,
I don't know about a hog.
Yes.
with the right placement and the right tip, yes, you could. But I probably have like what they call like deer fever, but with hog fever, because I'd be worried about jumping the string on one of those things because those things are fast. And they're usually heavier and bigger than me, especially now that I'm down weight. I'm under 230 now.
Well, see, and you also got to remember they have what we call a breastplate of gristle that it
and their
takes
head's
a
basically
lot.
armor plated too.
Oh yeah, unless you hit a seam on their head, it's just going to ricochet off.
Exactly.
But their
And
chest
also-
is
and their
almost
shoulder-
as bad. It's
Yeah.
going to sink through that fat layer, but it's not going to get through that hard. I mean, it's
There's
almost
only like a
rock.
spot like this big, right behind their leg that you can hit.
Yeah, you hit it right there where you see the leg moving. You can hit it from the top of that joint down, just behind.
But basically, the armpit of the freaking hog.
And you got to be at an angle because their ribs are pretty strong too.
Right. I mean, I've got arrows that might work for that, but I mean, let me see here.
I told you she was in here.
Yeah.
Look at this one.
There she is.
Yeah, you don't want a 3-blade. You want a single.
Flat.
Wait,
A
I'm
flat
not
one.
done yet. I'm not done yet.
No, he's got a good arrowhead. There it is.
That might get the job done.
But that's
But you
not the
got
one I would
those-
use.
You got those things that flare out on the side that
The bleeders. Yeah.
That'll hit
The
bone and
bleeders, yeah,
stop.
but that's not the one I would use though. I would probably use.
She got sneaky.
Where's it at? I've got it here somewhere.
Yeah, like I said, I got a long next weekend for me.
Here. A Zwicky.
See, that would work. Because
These are my favorite ones.
if
I
you-
do have
if you
a
fall
couple
back
of
just a
these.
little bit or the pig moves forward, you still have a chance of it going in between the ribs or through the ribs.
Right. I mean, I've got several of the heavy duty
Less surface.
tips that I would love to use. You know, like this one here. I kind of like these. You know, they work really well. The bleeder ones, not so much, but it came with them. I found them. There's the whole set of these, which is why they have the tips like
Those
this.
would be good for your deer.
But
Yeah.
this is not metal. This is plastic. That's my only issue.
Yep, that would be okay for deer, but not a hog.
Yeah. Now, I do have one. I think you would really appreciate that. Is this one?
I appreciate that, but I wouldn't shoot that at a hog.
This thing is one solid, broadhead.
And the only reason why I say that though is because with a hog, you want him to bleed as much as possible. That way, if it does not get all the way into the fatal organ, he'll bleed out and be done.
Yeah, that's the thing is, I don't expect to get this one back if I hit a hog with it, because it'd probably be mangled by the time I get it out of there. But I have another one of these, but it does have the bleeder ones with it. But I don't know where I put it. I just had it earlier.
There's a guy that is up in West Texas that he makes his own, and he basically made a pyramid, a 3-sided pyramid, and screwed it on the end of an arrow shaft.
I think, which is very much like the ones I have, the tri-bladed ones.
Yeah.
But his is a solid piece. Is what you're talking
It
about.
is solid. It's a solid
Yeah,
pyramid.
I've seen those. Like I said, I've got a lot of these Zwick. I love these right here. I'll look for them all over the place. Now, they don't make them like they used to. Yes, this one could have a bleeder one if I wanted to, but I didn't put it in. But I like them just as they are. Give me a second. Nope, that's not it. This is why I don't pull out my archery gear that much, because I bring out everything and I just try to remember where I put everything. Let's see. Where did I put it? Where did I put it? Nope. If I want to take down small game, here's one for you, just for fun.
Oh yeah.
That's where she got it. Okay.
Yeah, the tip came off, so I just threw this on there,
I really, really, really wish I had done
and I'm good to go.
We use those to dove hunt and bird hunt, and some rabbits, small game.
Hey man, I just sent you some pictures on Instagram.
Uh-huh.
Those were from Colorado.
Okay, what did I do with that?
Of today.
Adriana, I don't know. She posted it September 30th. I just now come across it.
Wow, that's a big one too.
Yeah, that's South Colorado.
Oh, here's this one. It's just sitting on a field point. Hey, this is one of the few aluminum ones I have.
My lovely wife has a friend in Colorado that's not far from there, and he has a ranch, and he said I could go hunting on it.
Oh, don't worry about it, Doug. I understand you're busy, and you get to hang out with your son, which is really cool.
But she got it with a bow.
on post.
Yeah.
My dad was a Marine. The only reason I used the word was because he passed away. But that's
went
what
to
they always
regroup.
say. Once a Marine, always a Marine.
Yeah, he went to regroup.
So did, but my father-in-law is one too,
Mhm.
which makes my wife and I are the children of Marines.
And you served too, didn't you?
Yep, 2 services, Air Force and Army. Jenny served in the Air Force, and pretty soon this wall right here will have her quilt of honor right there for her. Mine's going to be going in my office. We're
No, you
getting
have
them.
to put them both together.
Nope, they won't
Yes.
fit. Which is why I'm putting hers is going here, mine's going in my office. I got a wall picked out just for it. Me, I would love to hunt for deer. I don't need a lot of deer for myself and my family. Would I get 2 tags? Yes. If I fill 2 tags, I'd donate one. So I'm a firm believer in feeding the food stores of whatever state you're in, because there's people a lot more less fortunate than we are that need it.
Mm-hmm.
And I'm a firm believer in that. And
I'm a firm believer in not shooting anything that I'm not going to eat.
Well,
I don't do trophy.
Whether it's me eating it, the family eating it, or donations.
well, what about coyote?
Coyotes can be useful too.
That's a varmint. I'm talking about
But
food.
Yeah.
They
But,
can be used for.
I mean, you can eat anything.
Yeah.
It's
Depending
just
on-
a
But
matter
hogs
of
will eat anything. Remember?
But see, that's if I shoot a coyote 9 times out of 10, I'm using it for hog bait.
Yeah.
See, like I said, they can be useful.
Or other coyotes.
But they can also, you can also, if you know how to skin them, their hides can be useful too. But
Or I can use it when I go fishing as bait.
I did not know that. I will.
And a lot of the crabbers around here, because I'm not far from Galveston. I'm right here outside of Houston. A lot of the crabbers will buy any of that type of meat that if you're not going to eat it, because you can sell it to them for a cheaper price than what they can buy bait for at the store.
Well,
That
you're talking
makes
about the crabbers?
Mm-hmm.
When Ian and I were at the Watcher County Flea Market, we stayed at Lake Belvedere Campground. And the one thing we heard a lot of is coyotes. Now, one coyote is fine. A pack of coyotes can be troublesome.
Well, unless it's an outcast from a pack, you won't find just one coyote.
I understand that. Usually, it's like advanced scout checking out what you're doing and going back and letting the rest
And
go.
that's usually 2.
Yeah. Well, one you see one, you don't see the other one.
Yeah.
But there was a pack of them near where we were set up our camp, and this is why I am on the path to pick me up a pistol. And I'm still trying to debate which one to get because I need something I can take backpacking for anything up to at least to deter a small bear. I just got to figure out which one that will be. That's not too heavy, but not too weak. Wise.
Well, Colt 45 ACP.
That's too heavy.
No, it's not. It's light.
No, when you're packing it in a backpack, you're weight conscious. I don't want to.
Okay, so try an M&P 40.
I was thinking about a
45.
Smith and Wesson 40, but I wasn't
Well,
sure.
it's made by Smith and Wesson.
Yeah, I was looking at
But
those.
that's what I carry is the M&P 40 by Smith and Wesson, and it's not heavy. It's
I was looking
and
at the
main-
one on Palmetto, and they have really nice Smith and Wesson 40s that I've been looking at. And
Get a Glock 18 with a fun switch.
but I'm not sure about how the cost of ammo and things like that too. So I'm just going to figure it out.
We'll get you a little stub-nosed Smith and Wesson 500.
I don't even know what that is. Is that going to blow my wrist back and break my arm?
It might. It's basically a rifle round going through a little bitty pistol.
No. So
But
I
I
have
guarantee
seen
you,
the
if you
revolver
hit the
versions
bear,
of
it's
the
going to go
410.
down.
Have you seen the 410 revolvers?
From the judge, yeah.
No. There's a 410 revolver.
Yes.
Now, do I
It's-
want one?
It's named
Yes. Do I need one? No.
the judge. My wife has one and she carries it.
Thing is, if I got that, it'd be for turkey hunting only.
It's a good self defense, and if you're out and about on the property and you come across a snake, bird shot from a 410 it takes care of it.
Well, in Iowa,
I
we
will
can
tell
hunt-
you this though, if you're just going out to shoot it, you might want to invest in some earplugs because it is loud.
Okay, I'm already hard of hearing. I'm wearing hearing aids. I can't wear those when I'm hunting anyway, because they would basically shut them down and blow out my eardrums at the same time. In Iowa, we can use 410s to hunt turkey if we have tungsten ammo, but tungsten ammo is not cheap.
I don't know why they don't use steel BBs for the same thing.
They probably have somebody who's getting paid under the table. That's probably why. The person manufacturing is paying the politician, say, you got to use my ammo for this.
Like Ozark said, 357. It'll knock a bear down.
Yeah.
I still like the idea of the 40 because I like the size and the design. But that's about it for me. I'm not be very big compared to you, but my hands are not small. And
that's the whole. I went to the gun store, and picked up every gun that they owned, and the one that I settled with because it fit my hand and it had interchangeable backstops, butt stops,
right.
what you would prefer to call them, grip, and the Smith & Wesson 40 M&P was the only one that fit my hand and fit it comfortably and kept the slide away from the top of my hand as well.
That was another thing I was looking at because I looked at the pros and cons on everything
Yeah.
I look at. I don't look at the ones on the site. I just go through the internet and do research.
You see how
I don't
far
want. I
I
want to keep the
push
skin
down?
intact.
Now I want to try a
I've
Deagle
had it.
50.
I have scars where slides have hit me.
I want to try
You
a
can't
Deagle.
use 357 mag on turkey though, Woodsman. I'm sorry to say.
Yeah,
It's
the
illegal.
judge would the little 410 pistol would be very challenging for a turkey.
But the thing is, I think it would technically be legal, even though it's a pistol.
I don't know. I don't think so because when that shot comes out, it doesn't hold that very good of a pattern.
Nope, you're going to have a turkey blind in front of you and walk up to him. Or
But
crawl up.
I've seen people literally stalk up to a turkey and grab them.
Yeah.
They can do that. So they're not the smartest of birds.
Yeah. I mean, at roughly about 20 yards with hers with bird shot, it was a pattern about that big.
Right.
That was at 20 yards.
Oh, definitely, Woodsman. I can understand that. But I don't want to carry something that big. I'm pretty much maxed out on my weight as it is for my pack and stuff. I also want to be able to something I could reach while I've got my backpack on without having to drop everything just to grab it.
It depends on where you put it. Are we talking about concealment or are we talking about on your hip?
In Iowa, it's
your
open
shoulder.
carry. It's open carry.
Yeah.
And we don't have to have permits or anything. It's open carry. So just like Texas.
It's open carry here as well. I still have mine, and I'm not getting rid of it because if they change the law, I'm still grandfathered in on the other one.
That makes sense. And also in some places, it makes it easier for you to transport across state lines if you need to.
Yep. And I do, we do travel some.
You have to. If anywhere in Texas is a long way to go.
I carried my Smith & Wesson 500 stub nose to Washington and carried it every day, and Coyote never even knew.
Really? Well, I would before I would travel out of Iowa, I would definitely get my permit. But
That's what I said.
when I'm backpacking in Iowa, up in northeastern Iowa, where they bears sometimes have a tendency to come down and visit. I didn't know that while I was backpacking up there, but once I got up there and found that out, I go, "Oh crap! I got to make sure I'm not on the up and up because my little takedown bow is not going to be enough."
You know what'd be a fun little handgun? A little 380 with extended mags.
Hey, Doug, what's up?
So it'll fit
But,
my hand.
I do know
wanna-
that
I want to go get tags for a bear in Florida.
Yeah. Do you know how many people applied for that?
A bunch.
it's like the
man.
same amount of people who apply for moose up in Alaska.
Well, no. Listen, it's $3 just to apply for the drawing.
Yeah, it doesn't mean you're going to get it.
That there is almost $1 million that they got. And I think it was only for 300 tags, 310 tags, if I remember correctly.
I don't even remember.
I'm
Well,
sure
I
that
But Florida's not far from me, and to take a black bear, it'd be worth it.
just to let you know, up in Iowa where I go backpacking up in Yellow River, the whole park, with exception where the campgrounds are at, is open to hunting, which is great for backpacking. And that's why I would carry a firearm with me, just because it's safer. And also rattlesnakes have been seen. Yes,
Oh,
there's rattlesnakes in
They
Iowa.
are
folks.
small, but out of everybody in my family, most of the meat's going to be eaten by me. So
They taste somewhat porkish.
yeah, and
My
my
uncle-
wife would probably eat some, and I would eat some, but nobody else in the maybe my dad.
Eat what?
Black bear.
There's a lot of people that would end up eating.
It
Here,
smells funny.
Right?
The roasts are decent if it's prepared right. If you marinate it in vinegar, it's even better.
Shish kebab.
My uncle never did that. My uncle actually, his nickname was Daniel Boone for a reason. He went bear hunting every year, and he had like a 7-foot rampant bear in his living room. If that should tell you something. And he was shorter than me. I am now, and he's like,
Wait till I get those birds here.
I went to help my buddies in high school. We went to help his dad move from one house to another one, and I walked in, and his dad, when he was younger, had shot a grizzly bear and had it full body mount, standing on his hind legs, and I was tall then, and I walked in and was like, "Wow, you can't do that."
that one. I think my uncle's was a black bear because it was big, but it wasn't that big. I mean, it was taller than me when I was a kid, but he had it full rampant and everything else. That's not including the ones he had just the head mounts on the wall. And I can't tell you how many he had. He had more than a few. But he used to go every year. He also
I'm trying to figure out a way to get a moose head home from Alaska.
Easy. Put a stamp on it and mail it.
Yeah, I don't trust the mail service not to break it. Because it's a European mount. It's not like, it's not two pieces. It's all together.
No. I was thinking more of like a shipping container. If you're gonna mail a moose, do the whole body thing and just have a whole full-on moose.
But yeah, it took all I could do in Jay's live earlier not to mess with him, because my moose rack is bigger than his.
Nice rack there, man.
Rack's bigger than yours. Oh, wait.
Yeah, I know, and I enjoy playing with him. Oh, sorry.
Okay, I do have a friend of mine who lives up in Cutler, Maine. He's the guy who married my wife and I. He has a 25-acre farm 25 miles from the Canada border. And he's a blacksmith. His name's Mark. He's a friend of ours. And like I said, he married my wife and I twice. We got once married for her family, once married for my family.
I was thinking you did something like what Coyote did.
I have no idea what Coyote did.
Coyote got married in Japan and in the U.S.
I got married in my in-laws' backyard first. Then I got married at the Renaissance Fair on my archery range. That one that got stolen. Second, about a year later.
Alaska.
And this is Cassidy up in Alaska.
Oh, that's cool.
And she was already wearing the Got
And-
Ammo T-shirt.
yeah.
That was already her.
That was one of my old T-shirts. Got ammo. She wears that thing everywhere.
No, this is what
My
I'm wearing.
little
Right
Annie
now.
Oakley. And
This is what I'm wearing.
Ooh, I got a shirt for Devil Dog.
Got crayons?
No,
that was-
no. It says got ammo and have a pile of rocks.
Nah.
No. We need to make one that has a bunch of rocks or something in a jar.
You know about the new edible crayons, right?
Oh, they've had those for years.
No,
They
they've
used to
upgraded
put
them.
them in the MREs for the Marines.
We should send some to Eddie.
A pile of rocks with a slingshot. Got ammo?
He probably has his own slingshot. He doesn't need another one.
I'm trying to find the picture.
Okay.
Of,
Okay, folks, I am getting tired. I've been on for 3 hours.
Oh, come on.
Wait, I was going to show the
Yeah,
picture
wait.
of Cassidy with the bear.
I am good though on time though because I did pay for my subscription today, so I'm good to go.
For
the
Talk
month.
Studio?
Yep. It's
How much
cheaper
did
than
you
some.
pay?
I didn't know how much the other one that you did last night was worth cost or anyway. I don't know any more than that, but
With Restream, they have a $19 one, and then they have you can request a $10 link.
mine was 17, so it's not too bad. And I'm used to this one already, even though Restream is very much like StreamYard in appearance.
Yes, it's a little bit different in the setup. It's kind of I've never used this one, so
This one here works. It's because of him. That's the reason
I
I
like
use it.
Streamlabs.
Well, before I got my resubscription, then I used to use StreamYard all the time because that's what I found before they started charging an arm and a leg.
yeah, and making the chat smaller.
Yeah. Well, I got the 17 thing. It says I could have up to 20 people in chat if I wanted to right now.
But how many platforms can you connect this to?
This is the
This one
mountain.
here, I think I've seen at least 8 or more.
Yeah, there's quite a bit.
That's the mountain, the Kenai Airport. Little tiny airport.
Bigify him.
Oh, he's just a wee little one, isn't he?
Bigify him.
Help, help. Here comes the bears.
Jason was asking you to bigify me.
Hold on.
Make him big.
Boom.
There you go. That's Kodiak.
Yeah, but
He's
the
got
fact
something
that
in
it
his
was
teeth.
in an airport, a little hole in the wall, puddle jumping airport.
I can fly a puddle jumper.
The news is that it's only an Alaska brown
So
bear,
can I.
but it was the world record.
It's only an Alaskan brown
I
bear.
heard
but
what
it
you
is-
said.
But it's a world record.
How many pounds was it? Does it say?
It doesn't say. That's what's on the.
Well, like I said,
That brown bear must have came from Texas because you know everything's bigger that comes out of Texas.
Yeah.
including
Well,
egos.
you know, Alaska has more Texans in it than any other state. Do you know what I'm saying? Like other than Texas.
Yeah, that's because it's too hot.
Yeah.
That's what I would have said too. But
go back and forth.
there's quite a few oil fields out there.
Yes, there is.
Okay, what could you say that again? I didn't hear what you said.
Just that there's a lot of Texans that are snowbirds for Alaska. You know what I mean?
Really?
And the
lot
reason
of
being
back and
is because there's quite a few oil rigs and stuff out there.
Well,
They do not refine it, so they have to
But
have
now,
everything
here's the
pumped
thing.
back in.
Here's the
Right.
thing: if you're in Texas and you're wanting a place that's a little more conservative and a little bit more in the country, where do you go? Alaska. Do you know what I'm saying? Like,
I hear you. I've been watching a lot of Homestead Rescue lately, and I found out most of the rainies, when they're not there, they're in Hawaii.
Uh-huh.
Oh yeah,
Because-
and the joke is, pretty soon we'll be able to go to Alberta and Saskatchewan.
And when they're not in Hawaii, they're in the Philippines because they do actually have a show over there in the Philippines helping them.
Yep. Those guys know their business when it comes to homesteads.
I need to put
That's cool, Doug. I just found a crossbow online. It's just like Jason's for $100. Brand new in the box, Matt.
I seen the spider, one of the newer spider crossbows at the pawn shop for $200.
Well, this one here was on Facebook Marketplace. And here, I'll show you.
But that's a steal for it because brand new, them things are like $1,300.
Really?
Mm-hmm.
No, I just went to Pyramid Air. They have a Diana brake barrel for $99.99.
What do you think
That's
of
a
that, Matt?
kid's toy.
That's a 174-pound crossbow.
Yeah, it's a kid's toy.
Have you met Matt's kids?
You can still hunt with it.
Frogs.
No, I've got a bow I hunt frogs with. That's not a frog crossbow.
But you need to talk to Coyote and see where he got. If y'all have crossbows, they actually have bow fishing stuff for crossbows now.
Ian already has a bow fishing crossbow. He
Okay.
found it for $9 at the flea market.
Well, they only sell them brand new for like $10-15.
His is an antique wood crossbow with metal prod and everything, custom made. Me, I will stick with my bow fishing setup with my bow from the longbow, and that works better for me. I haven't done bow fishing, but I have been hunting frogs with my bow before, which is allowed in Iowa.
I'll give you just friendly advice. When you're aiming for them in the water, aim below them.
Like you would with a fish.
Yeah, that's what I'm talking about for the fish.
But unfortunately, in Iowa, you cannot shoot them in the water.
Frogs.
Yep.
But but can you
That's
bow
part of
fish
the
there?
rules. Don't ask me why.
Can you bow fish like carp and stuff there?
Oh, yeah. Non-game fishes, they're like grass carp, river horse, all that stuff. Yes, definitely. Some gar. So, and when we were
gar is classified as a sports fish here.
This gar that we have there isn't here.
It's probably one of them Florida spotted gars or needle nose.
It's a needle nose, I think. But when we were at the gathering, when we did our gathering up at Elk Rock State Park, we went to the lake there, and they were spawning 5 feet from the freaking bank, and I was freaking because I couldn't catch them on a pole, and I didn't have my bow fishing set up yet. Because left-handed gear for me is expensive as hell. Because left-handed gear, they just don't make it. Not cheap anyway. For you guys who are right-handed, $95. Me, $130. Makes no sense.
Well, now it's the exact opposite here.
But I've got this right here, $30, Facebook Marketplace.
Yeah.
When that came up on Facebook Marketplace. I jumped at it, and I wasn't gonna, I'm not gonna say no for $30. And it came with the arrow, everything. Do I probably need to replace the string? Probably. But other than that, the only bow that works on for me is my takedown longbow. Yeah, a lot of places on post you only are allowed to use bows, Doug. Just to let you know. Though when I was stationed at the Presidio of Monterey, even though there was a lot of deer there, which were like tiny dog-sized, full-grown deer, Matt, which really sucked.
So like Florida,
sort of, because we had a
Florida
forest
deer are
preserve.
actually bigger.
We had a forest preserve like 50 yards from where I was in the dorm, and they'd come up right outside my door of my window, and they wouldn't let me keep my bow in my room. I had to keep it in my car, which really sucked.
That's why.
Hey, guess what? You can see.
I could see before, but I couldn't read the chat unless I was looking at
I
my
can
phone
see
doing,
clearly now. My glasses are on.
moving it just right and holding it at the right angle.
A Barnett camo. That's not bad. Barnetts are really good crossbows. Not the best ones, but they're decent. There was a kid in high school back when we could do such things, made crossbow in shop class.
Mm-hmm.
And the teacher helped him do it.
Yep. I made one in shop class, and then the teacher took it away from me.
Well, I'm a little bit older than you. That's, it was a different time period.
Not by much.
Just enough. But,
All right. How old are you?
58.
Okay, yeah, you're a little bit older.
I just turned 58 last month. So.
Yeah, I know, because you're a hobbit.
I'm not a hobbit.
You have the birth date of a hobbit?
That is just a coincidence, a quinkydink, as the saying goes.
Uh-huh.
I am not, I like to hunt. I like weapons. I'm not like him. I'm not a stay-at-home. That's Jenny.
Mm.
She likes to cook. She likes to stay home, all that stuff. Me, I like being out and about.
Matt wishes I stayed home.
I actually like going backpacking and stuff too. But thrift shopping is.
I married a hiker. She used to hike the Grand Canyon, and in Colorado,
that's one of my goals.
Hike and climb mountains, and
I want to do the Appalachian Trail.
Oh, I wanted to.
Yeah, I wanted to at one point.
Even with my knee that I just got replaced, I still want to do it.
Yeah, see, that's my thing. Because of my size, everything freaking hurts.
But with the way I've lost the weight and everything in the last year, I mean, I literally from May I was 260 pounds in May.
Dang.
I'm under 230 now.
Yeah, you're still number one in my book.
But I think I'm doing pretty good weight wise.
Came down from what?
I'm right around 350, but I came down from 425.
Yep.
That's pretty good. That's 75 pounds. That's pretty good. I'm proud of you, Matt.
Yeah.
I'm not done yet.
Now, the person I worry about is Coyote.
You want to hear something funny, though?
What's that?
My just turned 16 this year old son weighs 350 pounds.
Is he your height?
Almost.
And he's still not done growing, is he?
Here's the problem. We found out that we were wondering because it kept seeming like he was going through growth spurts, but he wasn't getting any taller. Turns out his spine looks like a winding road in a mountain.
Scoliosis?
Yep.
My sister has it.
I have the same thing.
My older sister has it. She's like barely like 5'2", 5'3".
Matt.
Matthew would probably be at least 4'6" currently if his back wasn't curving.
Yeah, Matthew's about 6'5".
Yeah, Matt.
They give him a back brace.
We don't know we haven't don't have an appointment with the specialist until November.
But they probably put him in a back brace to help straighten out his back and help him.
Maybe, but right now I got him exercising more to burn
Well,
off some of the weight.
the back brace will help straighten his spine a little bit. It won't correct it 100%.
Well,
But that's what they did with my sister, and it helped her a lot, but didn't make her any taller because she was already short anyway. But me, I should be an inch taller, but I had rickets. I had a rickets as a kid.
Oh.
You know what that is, right?
Southern,
Yes.
happy early birthday.
Yep. Happy birthday, brother.
hey, Matt, at least it's better than having poliosis.
Having
Okay.
You know what
I don't
rickets
even know
is?
what that is.
You know what rickets?
You ever watch Jeff Dunham?
Yeah.
I do, but I've never heard of that particular term.
Yeah.
But rickets is a vitamin D deficiency that I had growing up because we didn't have regular milk like everybody else. We lived off powdered milk. And powdered milk doesn't have any vitamins in it. And
I
my
would have
lower legs are,
found me a cow and just got it straight from the tit.
well, that wasn't an option for us. But we lived off government cheese and powdered milk and all this other stuff.
Yeah, because you were a Marine brat.
Exactly. But my lower legs right here are bowed because of it. The doc said I'd be an inch taller if it wasn't for that.
Not yet.
But it looks like I've been riding a horse most of my life, and I've never, I know how to ride, but not very good.
I grew up riding anything and everything. If it had a motor, I was riding it. If it had 4 legs, I was riding it.
Well, we raced horses when I was a kid, but I just barely learned to ride when we got rid of them. So I never got a chance to actually
I remember when I was a kid running out in the backyard and jumping in the hog pen and riding the hogs around, squealing and.
Oh, there is one thing I would like to ask everybody in the chat and everybody, but don't forget to hit the like and share, please. I really appreciate it. I didn't have the chance to do that yet. If you haven't done so, please do so now, because I am now, because of your channel, I am up to 1,080 subscribers.
Cool. The only thing I'm gonna ask is when you come in mine, you do the same.
I did.
Oh, he does.
Cool.
I shared yours on Facebook, on Twitter, and Instagram.
He does.
I shared yours to my community post so that my followers can come over and see you.
I need to start doing that. Okay, I didn't even think about it till now, but now that I know about it, I can do that.
That's that engagement side of growing. Engaging with your-
I am sharing it out, just not now. I'd have a fourth thing to do.
I shared yours to Instagram to Jason.
Yeah. But I think Jason was in here before you.
No,
He
I've
wasn't?
been in here since the beginning of your life.
Really?
I said hello, and the only person that said hello back was CR.
I said hello.
You were talking and doing something. I can't even remember. What
No,
you were
when you
messing
came in, I saw you pop in. I said hi, but you didn't say hi back.
with. I said hello to everyone.
I didn't know you were specifically targeting everyone. I usually specifically target the person.
I always come in and say hello to everyone. That way, there's no confusion, and nobody can say I didn't say hi to them.
And to answer Doug's question, yes, I do miss government cheese. It made the best grilled cheese.
Yes, it did.
And by the way, grilled cheese season is coming. And I am going to be doing another grilled cheese video. I would like to see everybody's favorite grilled cheese. I know what Jason changes his every year. He changes it to a different one. I'd like to see what you come up with, Matt. And there's no wrong ways to do grilled cheese.
Ask Cliff.
Whoa. Okay, let me correct myself. There's one way to do grilled cheese wrong. He used, garlic butter, pepper jack, and what was the bread?
I think rye or something, but he used
Rye.
he used that garlic butter from from the pizza place.
Yeah.
No, I always put butter on mine, and yes, I do use garlic, but I do American cheese, Kodiak cheese, and pepper jack.
Well, the way he did his, I think that he used the garlic butter from like Domino's or something like that. The little cups from Domino's because he didn't have any
Papa
butter.
John's.
Or Papa John's, whatever. It did not mix well with what he did. It was the worst grilled cheese I've ever heard of. And even he said he couldn't even finish it. He took one bite and he almost threw it up. But I'm going to try a Iowa-based grilled cheese. When I say that, I'm going to make sure the bread is made in Iowa, the cheese is made in Iowa, and the butter is made in Iowa.
I've even been known to take sliced pepperoni and put in between the cheeses.
There's nothing like a ham and cheese, but in your case would be like a spicy pepperoni cheese, which is nothing wrong with that. I mean, look, you should ask Jason about his. He used cream cheese in his.
Nope.
With bacon and onion in there, and it was on beer bread.
Beer bread, okay, but I
It was nice.
Like I
I
said,
don't. The only
there's
way I
almost
treat
no
cheese is in my
bad
mom's
ways,
fruit
but-
salad.
But myself, I am a classic grilled cheese person. I want to do an Irish grilled cheese, but I can't figure out how to do with Irish soda bread.
But you know,
Make it
I
taste
also
right.
got bacon butter, homemade bacon butter that I could put
Okay.
on it with some garlic.
I don't think I've ever seen that.
Bacon butter?
Not up here.
Do you fry bacon?
I've got bacon grease in a freaking jar. Yes,
That's bacon butter.
just bacon grease, in other words.
You can buy it refined from Walmart in the
I did not know that.
the grilling section.
I know I've seen the bacon grease, but never called it bacon butter.
That's what they call it.
I've never heard of it called that. That's the first I've heard of it. But I've got jars.
You can also buy it in the blocks, but it's saltless.
Yeah.
But I would like to see what you come up with, Matt. I'm curious to see what Jason would come up this year, because he changes it out every year.
I don't know yet.
I know the most expensive grilled cheese was still Grace Martin. She had $11 grilled cheese. But the one who had the most access to the best cheese is Evan Stetter.
Well, I guess I could break my diet for
One.
one.
Evan, the only reason
I'm
Evan had the
not sure.
most access because he worked at the cheese barn.
Well, I'll just tell you, I'm not supposed to have the bread because it breaks down the sugar.
Then change out the bread to something else you can have.
It's called a tortilla. It's, the
Nothing
same
wrong with
thing.
that. It still counts.
It's still the same thing as bread.
No,
I'm trying to
It
talk to
is.
somebody.
It's not as much.
I'm trying to get somebody's wife to show a recipe on how to do the pork rind bread or tortillas.
I have no idea.
They grind down the pork rind into a powder, and you use that instead of flour.
Can you do cornbread, Matt?
No. Corn, sugar, bread, sugar. But like I said, I can do one. I just got to keep an eye on my sugar.
I keep on forgetting you're a diabetic. Okay,
I
Doug.
forget too.
Doug, just to let you know, there's no one best way for brats. Whatever you like is what works, is the best way. That's all I can tell you. Because what I like is different than Matt, was different than Jason.
I like taking brats and soaking them in beer overnight and then smoking.
See, those are considered beer brats. There's nothing wrong
But
with
I
that. I've had them in
smoke 'em.
Germany. I
All
was
right,
stationed
Chuck.
in Germany
Have
for
a good
2
night.
years. Night, Tuck. Thank you for coming, brother.
Yeah, our people are starting to go to
Have a
bed.
good one.
My knees are killing me right now from me sitting up. That's one of the reasons I need to go. I'm going to try to make it till 10:30. I got 5 more minutes because my knees are killing me, and I got to clean up all my bows and stuff. I look like an arsenal right here, right now. Green Arrow's arsenal.
Ain't nothing wrong with that.
Oh no, there isn't. And I've got a cosplay I'm doing this Saturday of Robin
You
Hood.
know,
So at the
if my
Renaissance Fair.
daughter's boyfriends, either one of them were here, I'd be like, hey, come in here, and I'd say, look, show them. This is what you will have hunting you if you screw up.
Oh yeah, I'm better than average. Bow hunting grilled cheese? Probably not.
Tomorrow's my birthday.
Yeah, tomorrow's Molly's
Happy
birthday.
birthday, Molly.
Molly, happy natal day.
If you're gonna hunt grilled cheese, you'll have to do that with a toothpick crossbow.
And make sure it goes into tomato soup. You gotta have fake blood somehow.
I don't use tomato soup with my grilled cheese.
Not
I use
everybody does.
marinara.
Some people do potato soup. Some people do whatever soup whatever you like to dip it in. It's
Tomato
fine.
bisque.
Whatever you, it's like I said, there's
I
whatever you
prefer
like is
eating
what
it
you like.
straight up.
But I want to see a video about it. That's the thing. I like doing a whole series of this is my grilled cheese challenge, folks. I'm putting out the word. I want to see what your best grilled cheese. I like to see different versions of what people come up with. Now, Jason, I call him the gourmet grilled cheese guy because he does gourmet stuff. My friend Jason McDaniel, he did his twice because he did once out bushcraft style. Then he had to come back inside and do it again because he burnt it. He had his fire up too high instead of using coals. He was trying to use straight flame over his cast iron.
Can we use one of them gadgets like what Flair used in one of his camp out videos?
I don't know what he used.
The panini press.
Hey, if that's what you got to use it. I'm a firm believer in my Wagner. I got a Wagner skillet that I like to use because I don't use a spatula. I flip mine freehand.
Yeah.
And I love doing it that way.
Yeah, he's the only person I know that cannot use a pie iron.
If you want to use a pie iron, use a pie iron.
He can't use them.
Yeah. Does he not realize those little panini presses on the thing? You got to preheat those. It's that simple. You stick it in the fire for a little while before you put any of your stuff in it, and you got to flip it while it's in the fire.
Mm-hmm.
Cooking spray is your friend, or butter, before you put them in there.
Oh no! Like I said, if I ever got to go up there and do a video with him, I'm gonna make him look bad with the pie iron. But we'll be doing apple pie, cherry pie.
You can do pumpkin. I will be impressed.
No, you won't be able to do pumpkin.
Pear.
You do pear.
I want to say pear pie because just the name of it.
Now, if you do pumpkin, the problem is with the pumpkin, it's going to take a while because you need to get it to set.
I know.
You need that time.
But I think a pie iron would be the only way you could be able to do it because you'd allow it to pool in one spot. Then you flip it.
Put it on a spick.
Personally, yes. I think a s'more pie would be really interesting. Do you like pellet grills, Matt?
Mm-hmm.
Because Doug's asking. Guys, I got 1 minute before I'm going to count myself done because my knees are killing me.
I have a Pit Boss. I want the Traeger, but I have the Pit Boss, and I love it because, like, when you're doing large stuff for long periods of time, it cuts the time in half, and you can set it and forget.
I've got a.
Still can't wander off from it though.
I've got a little teeny, Matt. I've got a little wood gas stove.
Mm-hmm.
Twig stove that you can use pellets in.
Yeah.
And I've used them in there because I just brought a little Nalgene
bottle.
Pellets, they work great.
Not, if you have one of those, what's it called?
Solo stove?
The fire rocket or whatever.
Rocket stoves?
Rocket stoves. You put pellets in that and watch how hot it gets.
I almost bought a rocket stove for $35 when I was at the flea market.
You should have.
I mean, it would have took everything I had.
You know what? I have rocket stoves.
No, this one was a project that one of the person's son had made.
Yeah.
It was a first time ever making one, but this thing weighed about 40 pounds. I couldn't carry it.
I was about to say, because if you go looking for them now, you won't find them for under $100.
Well, the thing is, if I would have had the extra cash and the ability to carry it, I would have done it, but I didn't. Just like I missed out on that freaking dual fuel Coleman lantern for $10.
You know those chimneys for your charcoal starter?
I got one. At least I had one of those. I don't have one now.
Technically, that's a rocket stove.
Technically, it is.
Well, guys, it is now 10:31, and I've got to get my knees straightened out because I'm hurting really bad. Thank you all for coming. Matt, thank you. And I apologize for keeping you in the basement for so long. I've got to turn on the notifications. I don't see where the freaking notification button is.
Do you not see a gear down there below us?
I see I got a mute, stop video, add cam, share, react, and end stream. That's all I see down below. I'm gonna try.
It's over there.
Let me see here.
It's over on your right hand side next to the chat.
Okay.
It says chat video.
Okay. It does say audio warning.
Yeah.
And it's already clicked on, but with my hearing, I did not hear it because I've got my ears are ringing 90% of the time.
I can barely hear it.
And
again, I kind of watch my screen, so.
But I'm gonna say thank you all for being here. I really appreciate it. We had up to 9 people in here right at the last because that was like, holy freaking cow. Thank you, Matt. Thank you, Jason, Doug, Big Mike. Big Mike is probably as heavy as you or heavier than you, but he's my height. Let's see who else we remember here. Woodsman.
I bet he can still throw you over his shoulder and take off.
Nope.
I can.
He's got more heart problems than I do. Texan Down Under, thank you for being here. Let's see who else I got to say. Took, he's gone. And a whole bunch. Sydney. I think Sydney's from here, from your area. Sydney Bennett. I'm not sure if you know him or not, but. And anybody else?
I don't see Cindy.
He was here. Sydney was in there earlier. He left a while back.
Before we leave, put in Big Matt's channel, so Doug can pick it up.
Well, I just typed in the chat, so
there's an easy way to do this. If I can just do that, and let's see here.
He's a moderator. He can go straight to your channel and look.
Hey, Jason, did you see my short video I put up earlier?
The bear?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Let me see if I can do that again.
Did you see my 2 videos?
Today?
Yeah.
I've been chauffeuring my wife around all day.
I put them out a little after 7 p.m.
Just to let you guys know, I do have about 12 videos out that I shotgunned last week. You can check them out. Please let me know. I mean, it's basically me wandering around showing how big that flea market is. And I am going back in the spring, just to let you know.
NC, I just subbed to you because when I opened yours and seen that rifle sitting there on the counter, I'm like, oh, hell yeah.
Okay. Be well, folks. Thank you all for coming. And I will see you hopefully tomorrow on Jason's Live about 7 o'clock p.m.
Yep. No, 8.
8 p.m. Central Time.
Standard.
Huh?
8 Central Standard Time.
Yep. All Central Time in this chat right now.
Except for the guy from Florida. He's an hour ahead of us.
Yep. We're going to be out of here in 5, 4, 3, 2, 1.
Slap a rat.